Everybody, hello, gentlemen. Gentlemen, hello.
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 How y'all doing today?
Hello.
I just learned a couple hours ago that I'm going to jail again, so I'm in Tel Aviv because it's real out here in these YouTube streets.
Who's putting you in jail now?
Apparently, Mississippi Musty.
Oh. Well, she did team up with Philly Phil. You didn't know that?
But she said she doing this from Texas though.
What?
so you stay in Texas?
I don't. I
Oh,
thought she stayed in Mississippi, so I don't understand what Texas. But I'm just. They gotta serve me in Israel, ma'am. Ha! They can't
that's where you.
extradite me from over here.
I
That's where
thought
you at now,
I,
Israel.
I thought she was
Yes,
a I
Tel
thought
Aviv.
I thought she was a sharecropper.
I thought she was a cattle farmer.
Y'all gonna stop? Y'all gonna stop? Um, when I said hello, gentlemen, that was y'all cue to be gentlemen.
I
Not
thought she
come
was a
up here
goat
and
herder.
be. Not
I
come up here and be the normal heathens that you are. I mean,
I did. I'm just. I. That's what I thought. I thought she was a sharecropper.
oh God.
I thought she did livestock.
Well,
I thought she plowed fields on the dirt road.
well,
You know what? See,
She has a lot of misplaced anger though. Like she cussed Champ out. She didn't cuss me out. She just said I'm going to jail and I'm
mm.
manipulative.
So I guess now you're going to jail for something she pretty much begged you to do.
Yeah, I'm going to jail for the Kmart Sunday bra sale.
That's what I said. So you going to jail for something she begged you to do? Because we all remember that
oh,
live where she
oh,
pretty much begged you to put it up, right?
is she trying
hmm
to get you for revenge porn?
That's
Mm-hmm.
not that's not porn. That's in the Sunday sales paper.
Was a nipple
I,
exposed?
absolutely not.
What
These were
was a
these were granny photos, sir. No, they granny photos. Nothing, just a bra. That's
so
it, just a bra.
it was a bra photo?
Two of them, yes.
Did she send you anything that said please don't show these to anyone?
No, in fact, she told me to show them while I was live when she sent them. She was like, "You can show them."
Okay, make sure you have that because
Oh, it's on
that's
a it's on a live. It's a
yeah,
whole
yeah, but
live.
you
I
know they try
sir,
to take.
she not doing shit. I ain't worried about no keeping nothing. She not doing nothing. She just talking.
Well, I
The
know, but
lady said she
you know,
said she making it seem like she sent the pictures from Texas. Talk about because you don't never know where I'm at, Mississippi, Texas. Well, ma'am, you gotta prove you sent it from Texas. See, I'll play this dumb game with you. You gotta prove you sent it from Texas, but I stay in Tennessee, so Texas laws don't apply to me when you sent that shit to me. I didn't ask for it. You sent it,
wait a minute.
ma'am.
She's a sharecropper in Texas.
And in Mississippi.
Oh, okay, all right.
Okay, we're done being bad now.
The truth. This just a promo or you going live?
What promo?
I mean, is this just a video?
Oh yeah, it's just the moaning video. The the
The one you put out 3 hours ago, sir.
No, that's not a promo. That's a video. That's
Oh, okay,
video.
I gotta watch that.
That's a what the fuck video.
Oh hell,
Okay.
I like them. Slay, I know, beautiful. I know, Slay. Just be patient. I'm gonna drop the link. I think Jamila's in the chat. I want to talk to Jamila for a minute. Jamila, let me drop the link for you. I got some intel today I want to talk to you about. Listen, listen, y'all. Y'all go over there and check the community wall. I got some. I dropped some. I shared some videos out. I want y'all to check out. D True got a what the fuck video out. Cam is in Miami. Sis is outside. She got a video. I think Raina got another one I posted. And B Nicole just went live not too long ago with the babies. Very, very, very cute video. I love it. Y'all go check that out as well.
Oh,
If you were not in that live.
I gotta go share that out. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I missed that Nicole didn't tell me.
No, she just did an impromptu. I didn't even know. And normally she texts me when she go live, but um, I think it was just a spontaneous type thing. She's at home with the babies.
All right. Well, let me
Yeah,
share. Let me share
very
this
very
out.
good live. Hey everybody in the chat, let me get to my chat so I can speak to my people. Cause see, entertaining y'all heathens is just oh my gosh, just heathens. It's moving quick. Jamila, if you can't hit the link, sweetie, if you can't, I understand. But if you can't hit the link for me. Um, I want to talk about something before we get started. Y'all, we're gonna finish that video. This is what sort of kind of like what part three? Did I put part two? This part two of the actual interview, y'all. So part two, we're gonna finish up that interview and then we're gonna react to another short video I found that I wanted to talk about. And then we're gonna move on until we get more information on this case. Okay. Because for right now there's nothing new happening. Just pretty much waiting on the court date. Okay, I think Jamila hit the link. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, hold on, y'all. I done hit the wrong button, Lord. Oh, Jesus. Hold on, y'all. When I try to talk and work this damn string, y'all, I always mess up. Always. Hold on, Jamila, baby. I'm coming. It's coming.
Don't forget to stop by Icy Mike's lemonade stand.
You know what? I saw that and I didn't even get a chance to download it. But you know what? I'm just done with you. I am so through with you that I don't even know why you on my panel right now. I saw that shit. I was weak. Who? Hey, Miss Gloria. Thank you, Miss Gloria, girl. Hey, Raina Pooh. Hey, Kimar Slay. Y'all come on in. Come on, hey, Miss Carla. Hey, Jamila.
Hey, Truth.
Hey, baby. How you doing? How's that baby girl?
I'm good. She good.
I just want to. I got a word today. I got word today that something went down. Of course, I hadn't seen it. I don't think I'll ever click on that channel again. I just leave it up to my peeps to keep me updated. But you want to now? I want you to explain to the if you want to talk about it. If you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. I just wanted to get some sense of what happened from you instead of another person, and then I'll tell you what I think.
Oh. Yeah, I can talk about it. Dog
Okay.
mouth won't do shit. He just got mouth.
Hey, Jamila.
Hey.
So what had happened
Oh,
was.
what had happened was I was in one of her chats the other day and he wasn't there. And I was like, I went in the chat. I was like, I can't do this chat with Beefcake in there. I can't do him. So
Mm.
he said a couple of
So
shit
you
back.
are a prime example of one of the true siblings that still support her, and I have absolutely no issue with it. Period. You know why she said that I convinced everybody not to support her anymore, which is a lie. So you still
Right.
watch.
I still drop in here and there in her stuff if I make it. Sometimes she already be live for 2 hours or so and I'll drop in but I wouldn't say nothing. But that
Mhm.
day Beefcake wasn't there, they making the little stupid jokes with Big Root and all that. He do the most. So I was like, I can't I can't do the chat with Beefcake in there. I can't do him. I
Mhm.
think he's an embarrassment to New Yorkers.
Mm.
So today, because I did a sleeping all day, I literally slept all day. And as soon as I get on YouTube, I see she was live. So I click on it and he calling my name. He like, fuck that bitch Jamila. I'm like, what? I'm like, yo, drop the link. Drop the link because I don't know who we think he playing with. So
Right.
I'm like, if you're not giving a fucking address, because you right there in New York, I'm 40 minutes away from New York. I'm in Jersey.
Mm.
I could hit the Harlem Tunnel and let's go. He busy laughing and doing what he
So
do.
I
But I
heard he.
just,
I heard he called you. He did call you out your name.
yeah, he called me a bitch. So I was like,
Oh.
drop the link, drop the link.
Okay. Okay.
So once I got up there, I just started cursing him out like, yo, what's your address? Like you in New York? I got family in all boroughs. What's good? He busy Amsterdam. Like, dude, it's mad streets on Amsterdam. Where exactly is you? And he's saying he was only saying he in Harlem because I put Harlem the other day. I'm like Harlem World, whatever. He always say he in Brooklyn or what the hell ever.
Mm.
So I'm like, give me an
That's what
address.
I'm gonna say. You say he was in Harlem. I thought
That's what
he
he said, but he wasn't really in Harlem. He was just saying that because he know I said I'm from Harlem. So he was saying I'm in Harlem now. So I'm like, well, drop
oh
an address. Since I'm all that of a bitch, drop an address so my brother could punch you in your mouth and you ain't gonna do shit about it.
right.
And he was just like, I'm not gonna argue with you. I work, I take care of my kids, I got mad bitches. Like, I don't give a fuck about none of that. I'm like, you real pressed. I'm like, you all over everybody panel sucking dick. Every time Big Root this and he like, oh, I'm gonna get my baby moms on you. I'm like, well, go get your baby moms. He like,
What?
he talk about what's her triple head goddess. He gonna get triple head goddess and Heidi on me.
Oh my
Like,
God.
dude, I'm like, yo, go get who you want to get, yo. I said, if you're not dropping your address, I'm not about to really go there with you.
I'm just say, I'm sorry
Is
you had to go through that.
I
hold
don't
it.
care about him. He just be dick sucking and all everybody panel with that yabba dabba do, big root this, big root that. That shit is mad annoying and whack.
It,
Like fuck out
it,
of here.
is
At the
booty
end of the
cake.
day, I'ma support who I want to support, but at the end of the day, she already know nobody gonna violate truth, and that's just what it is. I don't give a fuck how nobody feel about it. She know that. I still support her, but she know nobody could violate you. And I'ma be in no chat and they big group this, big group that, yabba dabba. Like fuck out of here. You talk too much. You nasty mouth ass nigga. And he got me out of character today. But at the end of the day,
That's what I heard. The person that DM me was like, I have never heard Jamila talk that way. And I said, well, I never heard her talk a way that was, you know what I'm saying? That's what
that's
kind of
the
believed me. I was like,
that's the island side of me. That's the island half New York side of me.
oh wow. Okay,
Hey,
okay.
can I ask a question?
Go ahead,
Yes, you
DJ.
can.
I thought booty cakes was lard father's son.
So
I mean, they both in Brooklyn. He does have sons, I think. If that is his son, they ain't claiming each other. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, I was on the assumption that booty cakes was lard father's son. I'm
I
sorry.
don't
Go ahead.
know.
Continue cussing him out, Jamel. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to stop you.
he pussy. D truth, he pussy. I don't got time for him. He ain't trying to drop no address. He gonna get his YouTube baby mama on me. Boy, bye. She
I
could
can't
A,
pull
be.
up.
a,
Any of
a,
them
a
could pull up.
YouTube baby mama in Chicago is supposed to do what?
That's what I'm trying to find out. Because we right here. You popping all that shit, and I'm like, I'm right here. Like I will drive to you. It's 40 minutes to New York from
So so
Jersey
so
without with traffic,
so
probably
hold
an
on,
hour.
y'all. So hold on, we got somebody up on the as a guest, and their name is Big Ruth. Okay,
Big Ruth.
yeah, their name is Big Ruth. So since
That's Heidi.
I'm trademarking that name, I need to know who's using my name and shit. You feel me? So we're gonna entertain and we're gonna see. Let's see who it is. I got a feeling I know who it is because they, very much attention seeking. But we're gonna see. Let's see. Big Roof Suck Dick. That's the name. Can I help you?
Mm.
Can I help you? Yeah, that's what I thought. Big Roof Suck Dick. What I do? I mean, am I supposed to be ashamed?
This is a family show, ma'am.
Well, yeah, I forget what channel we on, but
It's
Yeah, he do the
it's
most. I'm
I
minding my
love
business
it.
out here, and Jamila, that bitch, talking about some shit, some shit. I'm like, what?
it's play with the tallywhacker, ma'am. Play with the tallywhacker.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's the
I
cute.
had time
That's the
today.
cute. That's the
No, I
cute way
had
to put
time
it.
for his stank ass today. You still an embarrassment, nigga, because I know you probably watching. You still an embarrassment to all New Yorkers, nigga. Still drop your addy. What's good?
Boots, you better tell it. All up on the water. Am I supposed
I,
to be
I,
ashamed?
I just got to point out, Todd father and this other guy, y'all is really making New York niggas look bad. This the second time y'all done been told by women to pull up and drop addresses, and you niggas is turned soft.
He
Both of
like,
y'all.
oh,
But I mean,
oh,
Monica
oh.
Mo Justice told Todd Father to pull up. He was like, no, no, I'm saying, I thought you was somebody else. I don't got no problem, sis.
Look at real weed. I'm talking about, you know what?
Oh, people be over there on big root shit, calling people bitches and shit. I'm like, yo, why True
I
got you
don't
pressed
allow.
on me?
I don't listen. This where they get it twisted, and I don't understand why people are so slow. Nobody call males do not call women bitches on my panel. Trey respects the fact that I do not want him calling women bitches on my chat. When Trey go to his channel, I don't give a fuck how many bitches he called. First of all, I know I ain't no bitch. It's not what you call, it's what you answer to. If you feel like he talking to you, then hey, that's your issue. I don't feel disrespect. He ain't call me no bitch. That man does whatever the fuck he want to do on his channel. Yeah, I be there. I sure do. Ain't going nowhere. And what? Long as the rules are respected on my shit, that's all I'm worried about. And people got an issue with it. I don't give a fuck. You hoes need to stop acting like bitches and calling this man all out his name. Y'all call him bitch boy. So what the fuck?
Yeah,
So
just
you think you
let,
can? And I done said this shit before. If you are a female and you call a man out his name, you call a man a bitch, and he call you a bitch back. What the fuck do you expect? I don't go around here calling men bitches unless I think you're a bitch. And then if you call me a bitch back, oh well.
and now
I'm
the
just saying.
now the
He
sheriff.
called me, so I pulled up. He like Jamila, but it's crazy that as soon as I clicked her link, he was still mentioning my name. It was just weird. I'm like, the fuck out of here. Drop the link, girl.
It's
So I
weird,
was like,
and let me
okay.
tell you something. Let me tell you something though, Jamila. The fact that he goes around from platform to platform,
Sucking
bringing my
cock.
name up, talking about me, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to him, he's weak. He's weak, and I'm gonna tell you why he's weak. The man don't even want to accept the fact that I never did shit to him. I ain't never do a damn thing to that man, except when you was wrong. I did not bag you in your wrong. And you took that shit personal. And I ain't got shit to do with it. You know why? And you know why I really don't feel bad about it now? Because the same hoes that you was coming for and they came for you and you wanted me to stand up, you kissing that click right
Right. You
now.
all on
So
their
I'm
panel
glad I
cock
didn't
riding.
stand up for your motherfucking ass. And it is what it is. I did the right motherfucking thing because look at you now. So you know I don't give a fuck about that. What I really wanted to tell you though, Jamila, I thank you for standing up for me. You like all the rich, y'all always have my back. But don't let him take you out of your character like that no more. Don't even worry about what that motherfucker say. You see how he do me for no reason. He
Oh
just looking
nah,
for a
he gotta
reason.
get punched in his mouth. He talk too fucking much. He gotta
Thank
get
you, Raina
punched in his
Boo.
mouth.
Thank you. I'm just saying. You know, you
I,
see what he does. You
all I
see how
need
he
is the
rolls.
government.
And he can't call nobody a bitch because he the head bitch. You go around here whining, crying, and holding your dick and sucking your thumb about me who ain't giving a fuck about you. Don't give a fuck. You lying on top of that about what the fuck went down. You're lying. You know what I'm saying? So I don't worry about that motherfucker. He can talk about me until he gets some pussy because he ain't getting it. He too much of a bitch. Fuck him. And I said what I said. And
Yeah.
then what it is.
You know
That's
he's
like, what's your issue
listen.
with me? Like when you been over here cockadoodling all on the fucking panel, I ain't even care for you then. I just respected the fact that Truth allowed you on the panel, but that shit used to have me annoyed.
A
Cockadoodle.
lot of
Let
folks
me do
used to
it.
hit me up on the back.
Like
A
the
lot,
fuck?
yeah, a lot of folks used to hit me up on the back end saying drop him and he's annoying and this and that and the third. But I still entertain that motherfucker. Wish I hadn't. Wish I hadn't. Shit, this how motherfuckers do you.
You know he's soft. His reason for being mad at you is that you wouldn't defend him against women.
Come on now.
I
Right.
And
just
then the
cuss him.
fact of the matter
I
is, I
just
would have
cuss him
spoken
out.
up. But the fact of the matter is, I would have spoken up. He was wrong. And he couldn't take that women flexing. And I was telling him he was wrong. And he needed to stay out that shit. No, you need the women that was over there backing you up. Stay the fuck away from over here. Just keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? You don't join the whole stroll. So stay on that motherfucker and be the hoe that you are. I don't care about what he feel about the fact that I didn't get into a beef and he was fucking wrong. He was wrong. He was calling the same women that's upping him, the same women that's fucking with him because he fucking with me, right? Are the same women that I stood up for in a way. and saying no, you were wrong for calling them women bitches. Just like I tell Trey. Trey don't grab his nuts and go to crying and shit and going from pound to pound talking about me. I tell Trey all the motherfucking time. He take that shit like a man and keep it pushing.
I
The
just
fuck?
cussed their ass out. I cussed their ass back out. That's what I did.
Y'all, I came with these people. Like, it's like YouTube is getting weirder and weirder. And we got a story we gonna cover next week, y'all. And it's about an actual cyber stalker that literally killed his targets. I can't wait to get into that story. Cause y'all gonna have to understand how motherfucking serious and dangerous this shit is. These people are crazy. I
Right. So I'm about to get my YouTube channel. Everybody gonna get it. Like you, bitch nigga. You been saying you was gonna get a YouTube channel.
child.
Fuck out of here.
He has a YouTube channel. He logged in into Beefcake. He got one. He just too lazy to go live because ain't nobody gonna watch him say yabba dabba do.
Hell, they can't stand to hear him up on panels. Motherfuckers just letting him up because he coming for us. That's it. That's the only reason motherfuckers let his ass up on their panel. Let's just be clear. He being used like the rest of the hoes. I'm just saying. I'm just keeping it real. That's all. They would not let his ass up. They used to talk about it when he used to hit mine. Drag his ass. Come on, bro. Y'all motherfuckers allow yourself to be used. I'm not letting you bitches use me no more. That's why I say no new motherfucking friends. If you ain't already locked in, keep the fuck moving. And I mean that shit. Keep it moving. Don't bring your ass over here. Sick of you hoes. Power off. I know Bluetooth. I'm coming. Hey Candy. Hey, can't handle the truth. Hey James. Y'all come on in. We finna get into the commentary. I just want to talk to my Jamila and make sure she's okay.
I'm good. He ain't about nothing.
Yeah, I know, but so that person that deal me, they be like, "True, I'm gonna need you to stop saying my name like that." Because now when people address me, even in emails and stuff, they be like, "True." I be like, I be like, "What?" they be like, "I ain't never heard Jamila talk like that." I said, "Well, I could tell
Look,
in Jamila's voice she can get down with the get down." I'm just saying.
watch this. True.
See what I'm saying?
So, so, so if I address the email like that, you'll actually look at it because I don't think you look at
I
my
do.
email.
I look at it. That's how they call me now. That's how they address me
Yeah,
now.
that's what I'm gonna do from now on. Definitely don't look at my email.
Oh. All right, y'all. We're gonna get. Let me check on these grandbaby because I believe they back there fighting each other.
All
I be
right,
right.
I'm gonna jump back down in the chat. Fuck you, beefcake faggot.
Booty cakes. I guess we're supposed to talk right here, Trey. Trey. Well, how's everybody doing today? Everybody good? Where's Gabe at? I ain't seen Gabe in a little while. Is he taking a YouTube break, Trey? Guess I'm up here by myself again. I should play some music.
Yeah, Gabe is he's taking a sabbatical. Truth is on a break.
Yeah. I believe it. She getting cereal for the babies.
Yes, baby Patty. Yes, I'm here. All right, y'all. Let's see. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. So, the truth. Thank you for hitting the link. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We're gonna listen to the rest of this interview with Miss O Essie over there around yonder. And then I'm gonna play another short video we're gonna react to. We're gonna go back in time a little bit and listen to how this all got started. And sometimes I be like to go back and listen to old stuff to see how things got to where they are today. So I'm gonna talk about that video too. But let's get it. Let me cut my Bluetooth back on, y'all. Y'all be sure to hit the like button and feel free to support the channel, y'all. Hold on, give me a second. Raina, you got a copyright strike from a song. I'm sure it wasn't a strike, sis. You mean a claim? What song was it? Oh, a song D Truth requested?
You didn't. It's not a strike.
Yeah, it's just a claim. She said I
Yeah,
got a copyright strike. What did you request?
I don't remember, but I remember it shut the live down.
Oh wow. She was getting it too, wasn't she?
You evil little clown.
Hey Fonberry, hit the link if you can, sweetie.
It's about
She
it's
was
about
getting it too.
it's about time somebody got a strike besides me.
I get claims all the time.
Yeah, they tell me my video can't be shown in Russia. I'm like,
Oh,
oh,
Russia don't accept none of our shit. None of our shit can
oh,
be shown in Russia.
oh, damn. There goes my
Oh,
Russian.
text me by
That's because
R.
we
Kelly.
helping Ukraine. We
Oh,
helping Ukraine, so they blocking everything.
yeah, my Russian subscribers won't be able to watch me.
And I got 3%. Was it 3 or 1? I think it's 1% Russian people. Or is it
Really?
3?
You got
Yeah,
Russian? I know
yeah.
you're big in England, but I
Yeah, in
didn't know
my
you were.
analytics, I think I got like 1%. It's either 1 or 3. I can't remember. Russian subscribers. Yeah, absolutely. So they hating on my Russian people. They listen and watch. It's not right. You shouldn't deprive them. All right, y'all. So let's see. We're gonna get back into this interview. I bagged it up just a little bit, y'all. Just a little bit. From where we ended off yesterday. Okay, the truth. Anybody stop me if you want to. If you want to say anything. Okay. All right. Let me get my volume up. Y'all be sure to hit that like button for your girl. I am not slow of a gun cleaner. Right. I went myself. I am a level 4 officer. Okay, and I told him this. I'm gonna back that up just a little, y'all, just so I can sort of kind of remember. Lives Matter or anything like that? We reached out to the NAACP. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh shoot, I was gonna say, why am I getting the ad? Y'all I gotta switch accounts. Hold on. Truth don't do ads. No, 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 no. Alright. I was on the wrong channel, y'all. Alright, let me fast forward a little bit. I told him that I've been continuously getting. Let me go back. Alright, here we go. And she said to me, what did I want her to do? What could she have said to me what would make me different? I said to her, Detective Carter, I am only going by what you said to me, my son, my grandson, and their father, is that you would keep up with us. So right here, for those that wasn't in the live yesterday or don't remember, she's talking about the Detective Carter who was on her daughter's case, that after she had a meeting with the DA, the detective called her and pretty much asked her what more could she have done as far as the case was concerned. And this is her saying what she thought she should have did. Did Truth say we don't do ads or ads? Neither. Hey, B. Let us know what would be going on the case, and you have not. So, did you ever see a police report? I have never saw a police report. Once again, the police report is the one that I called to get, and it was never there. Never available. So that means that there's still an open case on this whole situation. I was told that the case is still open, and they didn't have to present it because it's still open. I have to ask this just out of curiosity. Thank you, come correct. This case was in Georgia. I don't feel like he got the traction that it should have, and this is your daughter, which as Black women, Black people, we don't get the same traction that we should get when something else, because if this had been a Black person and they shot a white person, you better believe right now they would be in prison or in jail, and they'd still be waiting trial right now. The law. They probably would be still in jail because they probably wouldn't be able to make bail. Ma'am, anybody that makes their bail or their bond is going to get out into trial if they have one. I mean, you sitting up here misrepresenting. Because anybody that's locked up awaiting trial, if they have a bond and they make it, they get out and they're walking around free into trial. All that they are talking, that's going to be an issue with Patsy, because Patsy, I'll ask for your badge, your district attorney, and everything else. Was that law changed before your daughter got shot or after? So they changed the laws after the fact. You can't change the law after the fact. Just like well, Mitchell, I need you to do give me something on that. She's talking about a law that was changed, and she's saying a law cannot be changed after the fact.
Okay.
What is she talking about?
Well, okay, if you're arrested and the law changes, it doesn't affect you.
Right.
Unless the law was changed before you were arrested.
So to be clear, what law was changed in this situation, in this case?
I believe it's the lower bond expectations, because I remember that a lot of states were lowering bonds for specific crimes because the jails are getting too crowded, and some bonds were just off the board. You don't have to have a bond for it. If you get arrested for petty larceny, no bond, it's a ticket. If you get a simple assault, disorderly conduct, things like that, no bond, ticket, released. At your court date, that's where you're going to need to be. It's not even an arraignment. You see, most people are held in jail for arraignment. When you first get arrested, the officer in charge can set a bond for you, which is usually a ridiculous bond. The officers' bonds are usually really high. That next morning, if it's during the week or if they have court every day, you would go in front of a judge that morning. Arraignments are usually either 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. And those are the first ones the judge sees, and then they do it again at like 1 in some cities. But you're in jail, and then you go to the arraignment, and that's when you're finding out about what your bond is. That's where the bond is going to be set. And then they take you back to jail, and you attempt to pay the bond. That doesn't mean you immediately get out. It's usually 4 to 6 hours later you're going to get out, because that's how long it takes to process the bond.
Right.
And a lot of cities, I know Houston does this because I deal with Houston a lot. They set prisoners free at specific hours. So at 6 o'clock, they'll release a bunch of people. And then 11 o'clock, they'll release a bunch of people.
Okay.
I believe they do it again at 2 a.m. So they'll release, they do it in groups. But there's no new law. He was arrested in September. I'll have to look that up. I tried to look it up the other day, but I couldn't find if there's a new law. But I believe that's what they're talking about. That it's a new bond reduction law that went across the U.S. in many states.
Gotcha. Okay.
And someone asked, what is a level 4 officer? I believe Miss Jackie works in a jail.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
She's not a police officer. We definitely know she's not a police officer if she's saying some of the things that she's saying. So I believe she works in a jail. And in a jail, there's levels of officers in there.
Right. So they're basically like correctional officers
she's a correctional officer.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Hey, Fun.
Hey, Truth.
You good?
I'm very good.
Right.
Hey, Truth.
I'm going to go ahead and apologize for whatever I say in the future that you get upset about. Okay.
Good job. Because Money Boy stay in trouble.
Yeah, hey Trey.
Why you so dry, baby? What I do?
First of all, let me be clear on something. So you do not summons me when I did not come for you.
Ooh.
And then when you summons me, sir, allow me to type in the chat.
Ooh. I summoned you for a good time. I said, come up here and just look pretty.
No. That's not what you said, sir.
And go back. I did. I said, come on, bring your pretty self up here.
Okay. Well, what was the
I was
sour
looking for
taste in your
you.
mouth? What was that
Cause you,
about?
cause you dropped the mic on me. You hurt my feelings, so
I can
I
do that.
wanted to
I
see
can
you.
do that. Don't make me drop the mic again.
I wanted to smooth things over with you.
Ain't no smoothing nothing over.
Trey,
True, continue your commentary.
Trey,
You know what? I'm finna go drink me some good beer.
Not good
Mm-hmm.
beer.
Trey,
Yeah,
while
and
you're
eat you a gusher to get the sour taste out your mouth.
Not a
I'm
gusher.
gonna eat me a berry gusher in memory of you.
I don't
Oh
berry
Lord have
gusher,
mercy.
strawberry, cranberry. I don't care.
Trey, while you're out, stop at Victoria's Secret and pick up a nice slip for her.
Okay,
Maybe that'll cheer her up.
okay, sir. There you go.
There you go. Not Pam and Martin Chronicles. Come on with it, heathen. Oh
Now I'm
Lord.
gonna let you know something. I ain't scared of no clowns.
Ooh. Oh wow.
No one should be scared.
I didn't ask
We're
for the
here for a good
circus.
time.
Go back to the circus. I didn't ask for the circus
Clown,
today.
clowns
Ooh.
provide a good time. That's all we do.
Go get back in your
Good
teeny
time.
weeny car.
Hey, I get good gas mileage on there. I get biscuit gas mileage in that clown car.
Premium.
See, that's why I had to come up here, True, because you got some wayward people up here.
I know, phone. I be looking for you. You remember I told you when we talked earlier, you said you had to go out. I said, well, I ain't gonna lie until you come back. I
Uh,
be needing you. I
Trey,
be
Trey, come correct said we need to leave Essie's kinfolk alone.
ooh.
What? Hold
Fine,
up,
I was
hold
looking for
up,
you too.
hold up, hold up, hold up. What she say?
She said, leave Essie Berry's kinfolk alone. That's what Concorrecte said.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay, okay.
Yup. Yup.
Uh,
Yup.
okay. Come correct.
She sure did, phone.
What I need you to do is meet me in Brightwood.
Ooh. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's a pull up moment.
Yeah.
See, I told y'all to get real out here in these streets. Get real out here.
Get real, real. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, okay. All right, so let me go back to ooh, cause I done got
See, what I'm not gonna do today is the
ooh.
foolishness.
It's the foolishness. Wait a minute, we gotta get oh.
Yeah, I'm ready today. I
Oh.
got time today.
Oh.
The hell with Brightwood. I'm right here, right now.
Oh,
Hello, may
And
I
I
you
help
just
you know
you?
came up
what?
here. And Trey, pay attention.
May I
This
help you,
is how
ma'am?
you. Hey, Truth. Hey, the
Hello.
Truth.
Scotty, beam me
Hello.
up, Scotty. Beam me up, Scotty.
Can I help you, ma'am?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Mm-hmm.
So, hello, Truth. Hello, chat. Hello, the Truth. Hello, Money Boy. So, Money Boy, pay attention. This is how you do fine. Whenever she get out of order, you just tell her, calm your titties.
Calm your titties.
What?
Yeah, yeah, tell her, calm her titties.
Calm the
That's all you do.
breastises. You say calm the
Yeah,
breastises? Breastises?
yeah.
What
What
does
the
that
hell does that
mean?
mean?
Calm,
Does that mean
calm the fuck down.
her breastises are shaking?
Uh, she stayed shooketh.
Wait a minute. First of all, man, whose side are
Mm-mm.
you on?
Look, you came for me. It happens this way all the time.
When
Oh
did I
wow.
come for you?
Leave my fun alone.
You can
Oh
get
no,
Ooh.
it
I didn't
too.
need you to take off from. That's not gonna give you brownie points.
You can
Ooh.
get it. You can get it too, Trey.
Oh
I can
Lord.
go. I can go file charges in New Hampshire.
Not New Hampshire.
You gonna send me to jail too?
Well, hell, let's just go to Amsterdam. The fuck? Hold on, sillies. We're underway. Damn. Joe, you got charges everywhere.
The truth. How you doing? How you doing today?
I'm good, Captain. I'm good, Captain.
That's it.
You know what, True? What I'm not gonna do.
Here she go. Here she come. Watch this.
Right.
Are you gonna leave again? Don't leave. I want to see you shake over there.
You know what?
I'm trying to see what that look like too.
Oh, y'all a mess. Y'all, listen. Any day that I feel like I'm not gonna smile or laugh to my side hurt, all I gotta do is go live.
I
That's all
did
I
not
gotta
come
do.
up here for this
Go
bullshit.
live and drop the link. That's all I gotta do.
And I would snipe all you ninjas up here.
Whoa!
Go ahead so I can give you five
And D
stars.
True, you think
I can
you
give
a
you
good
5
shot? You met your match.
Oh, Lord. Good Jesus. Whew.
stars. D Truth, you know she on AARP, so you just tell her hit the one in the
Oh,
middle.
now you didn't go there.
You know,
Tell her hit the one in the middle. I got
and you
time
know
Yeah,
today.
what?
you did
I
go
got
Oh,
there.
you fun, you
today.
gonna take that fun.
I
Baby,
got
you
time
cannot
today.
talk
Sir,
about my baby like that. Don't do her like that. No.
baby, my ass. What the hell?
You get a discount at the range, right? Right.
What?
Why?
And you know this, man.
Whoa.
So that means, Juan, you can buy one bullet, get the second one free.
Ooh.
Yup. Y'all jealous.
It's
Y'all
getting
Hey,
really
and
nasty
why
up here.
y'all receiving fun?
don't hate the player, hate the game.
That's
Why
played
y'all
out,
messing with my fun, baby?
That's played out. She gonna learn to quit calling me up here on this panel and keep my name out her mouth.
Wait a minute, who started what? I was coming for the clown in the heathen up here.
I wasn't even talking to you in the chat.
As
I was
Juicy Kim
talking.
would say,
I,
I'm upstairs and you was downstairs. Why you bring your ass up here?
Whoa.
because you gotta get smart. See, my comment in the chat wasn't to you.
They
It was
like
to
some
Money
I
sisters.
Boy.
didn't read the chat. I'm not reading the chat, ma'am.
Well, your
There's
ignorance
two
is not
sisters
my
at the
problem,
barbecue.
son. Your ignorance is not my problem, son.
Come
Oh,
Just
correct,
leave
don't
it.
Oh.
like the potato salad fun made.
Nah,
Oh.
now I'm
I'm a
ignorant.
Wait,
I'm a macaroni and cheese type shit.
all
Yeah.
I all I did was tell Trey to buy you a silk slip.
Oh
Exactly, son.
Lord
Wait
Jesus.
on me. I didn't do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
What's your
Let me woosah before I really switch.
Oh, Lord.
I got your back, baby.
I
Y'all leave
don't
fun
need
alone.
your back, my front, no
Why
nothing.
you rejecting me? I'm trying to
Ooh.
help.
I don't need your help. So you the one that need help, sir.
Ooh.
Help me
What?
in, baby. Help me.
Yeah, you
I
got all
need
these
your help.
people out here after you, great, lock you up and summons you, and I don't want no
Well,
parts of
they
you.
they they know you got a pistol now, so I need you. You my security.
My name is Bennett, and I ain't in it.
I thought your name was Barry.
My name is
Oh,
Bennett, and I ain't in it. I didn't
y'all
come
are
up here
awful.
for no damn circus.
Yeah, leave my phone alone before she leave. I need her for this commentary now. Leave alone, Trey, and conquer a heathen. Heathen, stop it.
Y'all gonna make me drop the mic like Obama.
Oh, don't
No,
drop my phone.
notice the truth did not mention me because I haven't done anything.
Well, you it.
And see,
I
Sweet
don't.
Berry,
You brought up
if
the slip. I didn't do nothing. I'm the one that didn't do nothing. I had her back. You the one talking about slips and stuff.
and that's why Sweet Berry now. That's why you get them blue balls dropped behind your name by Money Boy
Blue
and Trey.
balls. I thought them was berries. You done turned
See,
the berries into blue balls. Damn. Who
I
dropped?
cannot.
Well, come correct. Done dropped the mic, y'all.
She did a mic drop.
Yeah, she done dropped the mic, y'all. Lord have
That's
mercy.
already been done, ma'am.
Ooh.
Has has Sweetberry given Trey blue balls? I don't understand the reference.
I don't know shit about no blue or no balls.
Y'all hit the like button for your girl, please. If you don't mind, hit the cash app and support the channel.
Anybody hit the like button, take the like back.
Oh, what for? What the hell did I
What?
do?
Wow.
What did I do?
I got time today.
Oh,
Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't
everybody
your
ain't your
partner.
partner.
Exactly.
She done told the people to take the lights back. Well, damn. I don't even know what I did.
I just came up here to give my 2 cents on the commentary.
I know that's right. All right, let me see. Let me get back to it. Thank you for coming up, fun. Even though you done told my people not to like my video.
So
That's
we should
cool.
have 0 likes by now.
That's
Come
cool.
correct said she tried to tell us your breast milk was sour.
Oh my
What?
God.
Oh
What?
Lord, let me block her
What?
ass too.
What? Is it? Is it all breast milk sour? I'm just saying.
No, they say it's sweet.
Breast milk makes for good pina colada, sir.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. So here we go. We're gonna get back in. Can y'all please not take y'all likes away, and please continue to hit the like button and support the channel. Thank you. All right, here we go, y'all. In Georgia, I don't feel like it got the traction that it should have, and this is your daughter, which as black women, black people, we don't get the same traction that we should get when something else, because if this had been a black person and they shot a white person, you better believe right now they would be in prison or in jail and they'd still be waiting trial right now. The law. The law that they are talking, that's going to be an issue with Patsy, because Patsy, I'll ask for your badge, your district attorney, and everything else. Was that law changed before your daughter got shot or after? So they changed the laws after the fact. You can't change the law after the fact. Just like Miss Pat, well, Mr. Maine had said something about this law also, and then she turned around and said something about it. And like I said to both of them, I don't care anything about your law. What I care about is justice for my daughter. And what are you going to charge him with? And to pick him back up before he does this to someone else's child. That's what I care about. So the runaround that I told him that I've been continuously getting, I will not accept anymore from them. And you should not accept it. So even after the guy was arrested, and I think this was before he was actually indicted. I'm pretty sure this was. So when the guy was arrested, and because initially when he got arrested, he had no bond, right? And then he eventually got a bond, and then he paid that bond a week later and was let out. So what she wanted was for them to not give him a bond or take his bond back and lock him back up. I mean, what was she wanting at this point, D True? Can you tell? You okay? Okay.
No, I guess she wants him not to be out on bail. Number
Right.
one,
Mm-hmm.
and she wanted to find out what they're charging him with. But
Mm.
it was in the paper what they charged him with. He had been charged with
Okay.
involuntary manslaughter the entire time. Now
Thank you, Melissa. I couldn't think of that word revoke. Yeah, there you
yeah,
go, baby.
they kept claiming that he wasn't indicted. Well, regardless of whether the grand jury indicts you, if you're arrested and in jail and they're not with no bail, they've charged you with something.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't change. Now, the indictment can change
The
the charge,
charges.
the
Cause
charges.
yeah, yeah.
So the grand jury can
Keep
change.
talking. I gotta answer this call. I'll be right back.
All right. So the grand jury can change the charges. They can up the charges. They can down the charges. They can dismiss the charges. But he's been charged. So I don't know what they're looking for, other than maybe answers. Maybe they weren't telling her what was going on. Maybe she wanted to be more involved in what was going on and they weren't involving her. I mean, this she talks about the detective wasn't calling her. What is the detective going to call you for if there's no changes in the case? So Come Correct asks, can you ask the truth if the charges will affect his chances? Oh no, he has no, he's not going to the military. If he gets convicted of this, uh, he would have to get a special waiver, but I don't see them giving him a waiver to go in the military. It's a felony conviction. You know, it's involuntary manslaughter, but it's still a felony. So his chances of military are over. Okay. So I honestly I don't know what they're looking for other than to make noise, because that's all I hear is noise. From the beginning up to even now, it's just noise. You know, you keep saying justice for Carlita, but what justice would you like for Carlita? Would you like to see the man in prison? Okay, that's fine. Eventually, he's going to go to trial, and eventually, he's going to be convicted. What he goes to jail for is the only thing that we're trying to figure out, and how long.
Right. And the fact that the truth, to be clear, like when you're initially charged with something, you have truth hurts. Can you ask the truth if these charges would? Yeah, I think they will. Would the charges affect him going to the military?
Yes,
Even if
you can't enter the military with a felony.
right, and that's what I was
He
like.
can't enter him with them pending either.
Right. So basically, like when you initially get arrested, you can be charged with one thing, but like
And then the
when it
district,
goes to the
yeah,
grand jury, you can be indicted for something totally different.
yes, they could change the charges.
They can
And
change the charges.
you could be initially charged with something. The day you get arrested, you're charged
Right.
by the police, and the
Right.
district attorney could change that when you get arraigned.
That's what happened with me.
Yeah.
So
Cause
they can. I mean, I've had people that were on arrested and put on $1 million bonds when they were
wow.
arrested, and then as soon as they went to court, it was the charges were changed and it was 50,000.
Mm-hmm.
The police are always going to overcharge you. That's what they
Or
do.
undercharge
Yeah.
you.
Well,
Cause in my son's case, the guy he initially had two charges for the longest. He had two charges, and then as the investigation continued, and by the time it got to the grand jury, he had three.
well, the police are going to initially charge with what they see when they get there.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of time, and sometimes they'll uh, charge you, with justifiable homicide,
Mm-hmm.
and then a week later they find some evidence and says, no, that's not working. Your story, we believed your story at first, but we have other witnesses that say different, so we're
Right.
going to charge you with murder now. So I mean, I've seen that many times. I've seen people walk away from shootings.
Mm-hmm.
From at the scene, the cops let them go and said, we believe it's justifiable, but we're looking into it. So
Mm-hmm.
and that usually causes an uproar. So a lot nowadays, years ago, they're quick to say, "Oh, justified," but now with all the problems going on, they are quick to say we're looking into it. It may be justifiable, but we're still going to have to arrest you
Mm-hmm.
and let the district attorney figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, a lot of times they're only going to charge them with what they see.
Right. Right.
So they don't know at that time. They don't know it's premeditated. So they're going to charge him with second-degree murder.
Yeah. It's a lot. And it could,
Marcus, I want to ask a question.
go ahead, bro.
Before you join the military of any branch, don't they do a background check on you first?
Yes,
So
you're
that guy couldn't
they,
have had any kind of background when well,
no,
we don't know if he had been enrolled, huh?
no. He was in talks with the Navy.
Oh.
So he was discussing it because he had a specific job in mind that he wanted. So he was in discussion with them because, again, if you have a specific job in mind, if that job is not open, they're going to tell you that job's not open right now. We don't have a need for that, or we can't find a spot for you. And a lot of times be like, well, okay, I'll wait until that job comes open. Now
Mm.
the recruiter's going to tell you, oh no, son, you don't. Just go. It'll open up while you're in there. They just want a body in there. They don't give a shit whether you get that job or not. But you have to have a security clearance done on you.
Mm-hmm.
So that
And
dude is now we don't okay. So with him being in talks with the Navy, trying to get into the Navy, talking to the people, we could assume that he did not have a background.
yes, because they would have checked that because they're not going to waste their time.
Facts. Okay.
And then when you get out of boot camp, depending on what your job is, the check will go even further because I had to have the highest clearance. So I had to have a top secret clearance, which means the FBI has to come to family members and friends and speak to them.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I just had Buddy PRP clearance, nothing major.
Wow. I
So
didn't know that.
oh yeah, the FBI handles background checks when you're going for a secret clearance that they're gonna do a sophisticated background check on you.
I can understand though.
Yeah, that's just not for the military. That's for government.
Yeah,
Period.
any
Employment.
yeah,
Yeah,
government
Mm-hmm.
employee,
there's different
whatever,
levels
yeah,
of security clearance.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and top secret. There's higher, but top secret is the level that most military will get until
Mm.
you get into a higher ranking area, and then you may
Mm-hmm.
go to the I forget what do they call it. It's top secret, and then there's the next one, which no one. Oh, you have to actually go into a special room to look at it.
Mm. Okay. All right. Let's listen to some more, y'all.
Because everybody got a boss, and that means we have to go to the governor of Georgia. I would like answers. Our people get shot down or something happens, they make it like it's a freak accident. So because this white boy felt like he was going to the army, do that give him a pass? Don't come. That gives him a pass. That don't give him nothing at
That
this
is
point.
not. He
Because
didn't.
now
First of
doesn't
all,
give him.
he didn't get a pass. I don't think he got a pass. I think that it's just the way it worked. Like, do you think he got a pass, D True? Maybe he can't. Can y'all hear me? Maybe he can't answer right now.
We're making this more aware of what's going on. And if it's my choice,
No, he didn't get a pass.
You think he got a pass, Trey?
No, I said no, he did not get a pass.
Oh, okay.
Pass
Okay.
from what? He got locked up, he got charged, he had to make bond, he's still pending trial or punishment. How you get a pass?
Vaughn, you think he got a pass so far? Y'all in the chat
Now,
think
I
he got a
think
pass? I don't know
I
what the
don't
one
think
and
he
the
got a
yes is.
pass. No, I don't think he got a pass as of yet.
As of yet, yeah.
Yes. Do I think he's going to get the maximum time for what that crime holds? No, I do not.
Okay.
I say that only because of he has no background record.
But do you think it has anything to do with race at this point?
No, not at this point.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna have this
Okay,
mic
Raina.
on so
Okay,
we
Miss
can hear
Marge.
it. So
All right, D True.
Patsy stutter. And matter of fact, what I'm gonna do better than that, I'm gonna send Miss Patsy this interview so you can get prepared for whatever. Because if I think you're trying to cover something up, which it ain't no thinking, it's been a year, and this boy is still walking, he's still walking around, and he's still doing what he needs to be done, and he's not paying attention to anyone but himself, then I find that to be an issue. I do feel like he was related to someone because that's why they get a free pass. Now I just have to ask this because I'm a black woman and I want to know.
Where do you feel like he was related to someone?
This woman
But
is
see,
speaking. This woman is speaking like she can change the law. She's speaking like she can literally change the law, and what she's doing is she's gaslighting this woman. She's gaslighting Miss Foley. She's not being honest. She's not being truthful. Because you talking about sending the interview that you're doing with this mother to the detective, there's no need for you to send your interview that you having with this lady to that woman, because I'm sure everything Miss Foley said on this interview, she done said to that detective. She don't seem like she hold no punches to me. Hey Natasha, hey Nicole. She don't seem like she hold no punches to me. So what you seeing in this interview to the detective gonna do? It's definitely not gonna affect the case in any way. See, what this woman is one of them people that try to speak like, and she's pretty much a Philly, whether you know it or not. She's just like her. They talk like they can do something above the law, like they can change some shit, like they can make something happen that's above the law.
Organizations that say they about our people. Did you reach out to NAACP or Black Lives Matter or anything like that?
We reached out to the NAACP here in Houston. I called them. They said to me because it did not happen in Houston that I needed to call Atlanta. I called Atlanta. Atlanta told me that because he was bonded out, there was nothing that they could do for me. As I said to you before, Tamanisha, Alicia, and Annetta also reached out to Black Lives Matter. I have never received a telephone call or email from any of them.
So okay, I'm back. I'm
Well, I
sorry.
have a
I'm back.
Go
What,
ahead.
what what does that tell you? I'm asking you and Fawn. She reached out to the NAACP. She reached out to Black Lives Matter, and
Hmm.
she never heard back. So
Because
Hmm.
I think because they probably looked into it and saw that there was no probable cause for them to step in because
Hmm.
they didn't see.
Any like civil rights violation or anything of that sort, because that's when they
Exactly.
know them to jump in.
So that's why they was like no phone call back. They looked into it.
well, she said that she talked to somebody and they asked her, "What would you like us to do?"
She was talking to the detective then.
Oh, okay. But
She.
you know, you talked to the NAACP and they never called you back.
Hmm.
I can understand Black Lives Matters. They're not too quick on responding, but again, they never called you back.
Hmm. Hmm.
So what is now? What does she want the detective to do? Call
Hmm.
her and tell her there's been no update. Everything's the same.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's what I'm kind of confused on what she really wants.
Miss K said, okay, Concord said there's no proof of it being a hate crime. Kay said, I'm pretty sure those organizations probably had looked into it and didn't
Mm-hmm.
see where there was any cause to consider it a hate crime. See?
Right.
It's just what it is.
Because
Hell, like I say, I think they all hate crime. Shit.
before they come forth to stand up, they have to look into the case themselves.
Hey, Sugar Spice. Hey, Boo. Yeah. Yeah.
They're not just going to go into it blindly.
Now I think those organizations should have been courteous and given her a call back and said, "Well, ma'am, we looked into it, and just because I know how she's feeling, just not to
Right.
receive a call back, it's kind of cruel. But I think they should at least call back and say, "Well, ma'am, we looked into it, and there's no cause for us to step in." I feel like they could have at least done that. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
But they
they can't
they
make something out of nothing, though,
yeah.
just because they're the organization. They can't make something out of nothing.
But the NAACP, Black Lives Matters, Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, Ben Crump, they all know what's going to happen when they say, "I'm sorry, ma'am, there's really nothing we could do." This, this is what's going to happen. She's
Yeah.
gonna go on YouTube and go, "I asked them for help and they turned their back on me."
Yeah. Yeah.
So sometimes they just don't answer because they know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
When someone hears no, they immediately go to bums like Essie Berry, and then they start shouting and screaming, I want your badge. I'm gonna have you disbarred. I'm gonna get you kicked off the bench. That's great. But just because you're loud doesn't make you right.
That's facts. That's facts. Miss Margie said, did he hit on her and maybe she rejected him? Now, this is the thing. Miss Foley spoke about that on yesterday, Miss Margie. If you missed it, go back and watch yesterday's replay. But she said that there's nobody in real life saying that. She said she dreamed that. She said Carlita came to her in a dream and said that God, she said Carlita came to her in a dream and said that it was about race or he wanted her and she didn't want him or something to that nature. I can't quote it verbatim, but it's in
Yes.
my live from yesterday.
Yes. She said he wanted me
Mhm.
in her dream. And then she said that Max Williamson came to her, Maxwell came to her,
And said it was
Mhm.
about color.
yeah, and said it was about color.
Mhm.
Uh,
But
I,
that was a dream. That's not anything
yeah,
that the police was able to find to be. You know what I'm saying?
and
So.
that could have easily been put into her mind because of what the detective said.
Mhm.
That could
Because
have
the
been
detective
put into her
told her,
mind by what the
which I don't
detective
think it
said.
should take. I don't think that just out of, you know, sparing her feelings. I don't think the detective should have told her that he had bad things to say about her.
Again, that could be blown out of proportion. That could be him saying, I see men coming and going from there all the time. But again, she was in a play. So
Yeah,
other people from the play could have been coming over there.
yeah.
And he could have made a disparaging remark like, well, I see men all the time coming in and out of there, or I see men all the time heading towards her apartment. You know,
He
we
could have
don't,
said some ugly stuff. He could have
yeah,
said some ugly things.
yeah, he could have said ugly things, trying to protect himself. But again, we don't know what he said. And
Mhm.
now all she has is a dream.
Yeah. I think that's pretty sad though. Now I don't doubt the lady when she said her baby came to her in a dream because I've had that to happen. You know what I'm saying? So let's listen to some more, y'all.
Affiliate with them. And when we get through with this interview, I'm going to send it to some party so we can make your daughter life matters. Because at the end of the day, everyone, when I first came on this mic, I said, put yourself in this woman's situation and her position. And I felt her pain and I understand. I don't know why they feel like this gentleman should get a pass. Another thing I saw someone said, because I was kind of, so they wanted to mention, first of all, I want to know what kind of gun it was. Second of all, I want to know why you had it out at 1 o'clock in the morning. Third of all, I want to know why you didn't check the chamber to make sure there was no change because you're going in the army.
A bullet in the chamber.
I need to
That
know
is
why you going to
Girl, you don't need to know nothing. The courts need to know that. Who the hell are you? I mean, I can see if this woman was an attorney. She's annoying me. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
but he wasn't in the army yet.
Hold on, y'all. Go ahead.
She's saying you were in the army, you should have known to check the chamber. But he wasn't signed up for the military. He didn't go through boot camp, none of that kind of stuff. We don't even know if he even took basic training on, how to care for a gun, how to clean it, how to put it up. You know what I'm saying? We don't know that.
No, he wasn't in the military. He was discussing going in the military. So he didn't go to
No,
boot
but it
camp.
sounds like she was saying it as though he was in the military. He should have known how to clean his gun to check for the chamber to make sure there was no bullet in the chamber.
Well, as a gun owner, he should have known that.
Well, a lot of people own guns and don't know the first about safety of a weapon.
I agree 100%.
So just because you own a weapon doesn't mean that you know the right things to do. in handling a weapon. Most people don't go to the range, don't take a class where they can show you the ins and out of the safety of having this weapon. None of that.
Well, that's the thing. I actually, for a long time, taught gun safety. I taught people how to fire. I taught people how to clean their gun, take care of the proper, and all that stuff. And then the states went ahead and said, well, it's no longer required.
I think it should be required.
I think it should be required when you're purchasing a gun.
Mm-hmm.
But again, we're listening to Essie Berry as she sits up and gets on her soapbox and wants everybody to think that she's a big bad activist.
That's what's annoying me. She's acting like she can make something happen.
Yeah,
You can't if it's not the law.
Mm-hmm.
but that's what she does in order to get more clients. I mean,
Wow.
again, this is the reason that girl reached out to her saying she was Whitney Houston's daughter.
Oh God.
And Essie Berry ran with it, accusing uh,
You know what? Let me
Sister
write that down.
Houston.
I think I wanna talk about that. Let me write that down.
She ran with it, accused Sissy Houston of covering up incest.
Wow. Okay.
Demanded that Sissy Houston have a DNA test done with this girl.
Wow. Wow. Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Mm.
All right, let's listen to some more of the gaslighter. That's a new name, the gaslighter.
Sorry. So I know you had to have some type of training, even if it wasn't
Training
that.
101.
Ma'am,
101, Ms. Essie. To hold your gun down, release the bullets out of the chamber before you begin to try to clean your gun. And at this point, you cannot shoot a gun when you're trying to clean it. I'm not understanding that. And this was one of the points that I made to District Man and Miss Patsy. I am not slow of a gun cleaner.
right.
I went myself. I am a level 4 officer. Okay, and I told him this. This was not an accident. No,
Okay.
I was not there to be able to prove it. We can only go about what.
Did you say something be true?
Okay. First off, if you do not check your gun to not be loaded, it goes off. You can look at the statistics. Many people get shot thinking that a gun is not loaded while they're cleaning it. Many people. Many people they don't kill, and some of them kill themselves when they do this. So her being a level 4 officer should know that these accidents happen all the time. It is against the law in many states and cities to fire a weapon within the city limits. So if your gun gets discharged accidentally, you will be charged with firing a firearm within the city limits. So I'm not understanding how she's not understanding. Okay, go on. Hello?
I'm here. I just had it on mute because my daughter was talking to me, but I heard you. Okay. Yeah, it is sad, Jamel. It's very sad. It is, and that's the thing. Like I keep, I'm gonna keep stressing because I don't want people to, what I'm saying, think that I'm coming from his folio or we coming from his folio or anybody over here is coming from his folio because we understand her. I understand her anger, her hurt, her pain, her want something to be done. It's not seeming like anything's being done. I sat around for 2 years waiting for this guy to even be indicted because the fact of the matter is, like, they could have took his case to the grand jury, and it could have been a no bill, right? It could have been where he could have just they could have just dropped the charges and he got out scot free. You know what I'm saying? It's waiting on that grand jury because, to be honest, you don't even know if they're gonna go to trial. Thank you, baby. I see you later. Okay, be good. You don't even know if they're gonna be if it's even gonna be a trial until they're actually indicted. You know what I'm saying? So I get her frustrations. I really do. But okay, let's listen to some more, y'all.
But we can prove this was not an accident. He knew exactly what he was doing. Then you wait until your so-called wife, you're supposed to be married, and at 1 o'clock.
See, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I'm gonna rewind that just a little bit. Now, I didn't know he had a wife or a fiance or a girlfriend. Now, was she in the apartment with him when this happened? Do you
There,
know
there,
that?
there's no record of anyone else being in the apartment. All they say is he left that morning,
Hey, Sky.
went to work. There's
Mhm.
no other person being mentioned in the party or in the house. There's no other person being mentioned as being interrogated
Mhm.
uh, during the house. He's 22 years old.
Right.
His when I did a background check on him, no wife came up.
Okay. So let's see what she has to say about a wife or a girlfriend, cause I ain't know nothing about that.
Hold your gun down, release the bullets out of the chamber before you begin to try to clean your gun. And at this point, you cannot shoot a gun when you're trying to clean it. I'm not understanding that. And this was one of the points that I made to District Man and Miss Patsy. I am not slow of a gun cleaner.
Right.
I went myself. I am a level 4 officer. Okay, and I told him this. This was not an accident. No, I was not there to be able to prove it. We can only go about what we can prove. This was not an accident. He knew exactly what he was doing. Then you wait until your so-called wife, you're supposed to be married, and at 1 o'clock in the morning, shoot through that door, shoot through that window, and take my daughter's life.
Wait a minute, huh?
What door? What window?
Wait a minute,
What is she
door and
saying?
window.
What door? What window? It's been verified that it went through the wall. Now, Miss
So now
Jackie,
you're making it seem as if he was maybe aiming at her or
but
could
yeah,
see her.
she just said it. It was on purpose. So you're telling me, but now you're saying a door, window. Well, which was it? Was it
Oh
through the
my
wall?
God.
Was it through the wall? Was it through a door? Was it through a window? Because a window is totally different.
Totally different.
A door is totally different too.
Cause you cannot. Cause my mama had a friend who her sister, somebody rang her doorbell, and when she went to her door and said, "Who is it?" They shot through the door
Yes.
and killed her.
Yes.
So that's different too.
Many people die through the peephole.
Yes. Okay, I gotta rewind that back, y'all. Hold on.
My daughter was doing TikTok and
Thing I saw someone say.
I told him this. This was not an accident. No, I was not there to be able to prove it. We can only go about what we can prove. This was not an accident. He knew exactly what he was doing. Then you wait until your so-called wife, you're supposed to be married, and at 1 o'clock in the morning, shoot through that door, shoot through that window, and take my daughter's life.
Why would she say that? That's not what happened.
If it was through a window, which is you can see through a window, unless it's completely blacked out, you can see through a window. It would not have been involuntary manslaughter.
Oh
If
my
he if he
But did
God.
if
they find any other bullet holes other than the wall through her
No,
headboard? Was there a bullet hole through the door? Was there a
no,
bullet hole through
Nope,
a
it was
window?
no.
it was just a bullet hole through the wall, and on the Philly Phil show, she said that she wanted the headboard So she's stating that the bullet came through the headboard wall and then through the headboard, and that they wanted to take the headboard with them. Let me tell you something. That headboard wouldn't be there when they came in that house. That headboard, because if a bullet goes through the headboard, it's being taken as evidence. It's part of evidence. So
So Natasha, go ahead, Detroit. I'm sorry.
if a bullet goes through a door, they take the door off the hinges and bring it in as evidence.
Now, let me say this. Now, since it went through the headboard and it hit the young lady in the head, I'm going to assume that he was in a sitting
Now, let me
position.
say this.
Hold on, y'all, cause my
Now,
computer just did.
because had he was standing and shot through the wall, it would have missed her.
He would have had to aim downward.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a level shot unless he's 3'4".
Yeah.
Unless he's a midget, there's
So
no way he could shoot straight.
Yeah, it makes sense to me now that he had to be sitting in a sitting position, cleaning his gun for it to hit that on that low level, as far as where the head is positioned and going through the headboard to hit her.
And yes, a gun can go off while you're cleaning it because you have to clean the trigger assembly. So your brush would hit the trigger. So there's many possibilities on why the gun went off.
Yeah, for it to hit that low. Yeah.
Yeah, hold on, Natasha. I'm gonna answer your question. Sky said the first story she told PP was someone was leaving blank paper taped to her daughter's front door day before shooting, and her daughter was concerned about her safety because neighbors were Sky, can you send me a link to that live where she said that? Cause listen. To be honest, I do want to hear some of the things she said on PP's platform, but I don't want to go through all that commentary. Like I can do it, but if you know exactly what live that was said in, I would love to have that link. Oh, excuse me, y'all. I would love to have that link. Natasha, as far as the police and the investigation is concerned, it was not intentional. Miss Foley is saying she thinks it was intentional. Were they messing around? No evidence of it, but you know what I'm saying? There's no evidence of it.
But this is exactly what we're talking about. The
Thank you,
question,
Scott.
the questions that people are asking in the chat is what we're talking about. They're asking these questions because of the things that they're saying. We're speaking the evidence. We're speaking the things that have been put out already as far as part of the investigation, as far as the paper goes, as far as him being on bond. We're saying those things. They're saying something totally different. But they're
See, it's a
also,
lot of assumptions, and what you shouldn't do is entertain the assumptions.
yes, because that causes people to sit up
Damn,
here.
my computer acting stupid. Keep talking.
But that causes people to ask the questions and have doubt. If you would like to see this man walk away, just keep it up because that's exactly what's going to happen. This because when the people come out and say, "Well, what they were messing around," and then it's proven that he wasn't messing around. Oh well, he did some things to her. He was stalking her. Then it comes out that he wasn't stalking her. You just gave that man reasonable doubt because they just proved none of the things you're saying are true. Liz B, I can see you. You see what you understand, Fawn? You understand what I'm saying? You keep saying this, and for every question you ask as a prosecutor, if the defense can come up with an answer on why that's not true, that hurts the prosecution.
Mm-hmm.
So if the prosecution goes, well, we have evidence, or we heard that that the suspect and the victim were messing around. Well, do you have proof of that, or you're just saying that? Because
for one, all they have to do is check both parties' cell phone records.
Exactly.
Were there any phone calls between the two? Any texts between
Yeah,
the
and I
two?
would think that if she had anything going on with this guy, the son would know something.
Never saw the man a day in his life, he said.
And even if the mother was trying to keep it on the DL, didn't want her son to know because of the guy's age, check their cell phones. There's going to be some records of phone calls, text messages, DMs. Money Boy knows about DMs, interaction to see if they're
It go
friends
down in the
on
DM.
social media. That's all they have to do is pull the phone records.
I agree. It would be some type of evidence of some sort of interaction, some type of relationship. Even if he approached her, and she turned him down. Well, I mean, the thing about it is, if he approached her in the actual apartment complex, maybe that it wouldn't be a record of that.
Right.
I don't know. But see, you just can't be throwing stuff like that out there if there's not indication of it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. All right, y'all. I had to restart my computer, but I did. So give me a minute.
Good
Okay.
afternoon.
Truth, I got to do something. I'm gonna
Well,
go on mute, and I'll be back.
I just want to reach out to people because I talked about it back. Now, Miss Jacqueline,
Will we do that? Let's see. Her wall is here, his wall is there. District Man and Miss Patsy. I am not slow of.
Hold on, y'all. Okay, y'all. If it seems repetitive, we're gonna listen. I tried to find the timestamp where we was at. I had to reboot my computer. I had to light some Sage Child because my computer started doing flips. I don't know what it was doing, but anywho.
Play that right there, and I'll tell you if you got to go up further.
All right, I'm gonna play where I'm at, and like I said, if it seems repetitive, I'm sorry. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat, or maybe the son and the guy have something going on. See, Natasha, that's the thing. Like, I don't want to, and I'm not saying that y'all can't state y'all opinions. That's not what I'm saying. All I don't want to do is go off track here and to entertain things that there's no evidence of. That's the issue that I have with the whole issue why I'm even saying something is because I feel as though when people just start throwing stuff out there, making assumptions, it's not good. You have to run with what the facts are, and the facts are you have to go by what the investigation shows so far, what he's been charged with, and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just can't. It's a lot of possibilities, of course.
Pretty much all the questions y'all are asking have possibly been asked by detectives, and they ruled, nah, we ain't seeing none of this. The detectives have thought about the same questions y'all are asking.
I'm sure they done thought about questions we ain't even thought about. I'm sure they done one thing I'm sure of, and I don't know for fact, but I'm gonna put it out there and I'm gonna say it's my opinion allegedly. Hey, are you ready? Hey, just driving support, not feeling my best. Okay, all right, honey. Hope you feel better. Listen, one thing I can guarantee one thing I can pretty much guarantee you that they looked into was a relationship or a non-relationship that he wanted and she didn't. Any indications that there was anything going on besides them being neighbors, I can guarantee you they investigating that.
They're going to look at his social media. They're going to look
Yeah.
at her social media. They're going to look if there was any threats by him. Anytime a person shoots another person, that's standard operation. You need to, if they're claiming that this was an accident, they need to make sure that there was no ill feelings between the two, that there was no argument, there was no anything going on between the two that would suggest that this is not an accident. And because they charged him with involuntary manslaughter, and he was indicted through a grand jury for involuntary manslaughter, it tells me that they don't have any of that evidence to say different. And you could suggest all the things you want, but again, that's what YouTube is. Just a bunch of people wishing they could find a conspiracy somewhere.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
And my problem is this for clicks and views? Is this to get your name out there? What is it for? Because I'm not hearing any supporting evidence.
Right.
None. None whatsoever. This is
Right.
all, this is hearsay. This is dreams. This is made up stuff. And you can't prosecute people on dreams, and you can't prosecute people on innuendos.
Right. 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 Thank y'all for the 73 likes. I honestly appreciate it. I do. Can y'all continue to hit the like button and feel free to hit the cash app and support the commentary. Thank you. PP made it into clicks and views. I honestly agree with you, Sky. I'm gonna just say it. And Sky, if you, because I think you, if I'm not mistaken, you probably was watching this over at on PP's channel. So if you got any links to any videos that you think we should talk about, please send them to me. My email is on the screen, hun. Thank you.
Okay.
All
When
right,
you
D True.
when
Go
when you put it on the header, put truth, and then she'll look at it.
ahead. Messy boots. Messy boots. Okay, y'all. I think I went back too far, but let's listen.
Shoot a gun when you're trying to clean it. I'm not understanding that. And this was one of the points that I made to District Man and Miss Patsy. I am not slow of a gun cleaner.
Right.
I went myself. I am a level 4 officer. Okay, and I told him this. This was not an accident. No, I was not there to be able to prove it. We can only go about what we can prove. This was not an accident. He knew exactly what he was doing. Then you wait until your so-called wife, you're supposed to be married, and at 1 o'clock
I'm not understanding what she meant right there when she brought up the wife was supposed to be married. You
So
you
called
you wait for her to do what?
go to sleep, but wouldn't that wake her up?
A
Unless
gunshot, I would think.
I would hope so. I would hope so.
And
If
he was
I
right there in
fired
the
a gun,
bedroom.
yeah,
Hey,
but I
Miss
don't know.
Alice.
We don't know where he was. That's the thing, though. We don't know where he was. He could have been in the living room.
Oh, so we don't know if he was in the bedroom. So it's never
Yeah,
been said what wall it was.
it's never being said. All it's saying is that their apartments have adjacent walls. If he was in his bedroom, all I could say is most likely, unless he has a desk in there, because normally when I would teach people how to clean a gun, I would tell them to put it first. You're going to put it on a flat surface.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to make sure it's empty. So you're going to pull the slide back into a locked position,
Mm-hmm.
and then you've already released the magazine. So that's the first thing you do is take the magazine out. Then you pull the slide back, which will eject the bullet from the chamber if there's a bullet in the chamber. And then you're going to disassemble the weapon if it's a automatic pistol. If it's a revolver, you're going to open the cylinder to clean it. So these are things, and she should know that. But if he did not pull the slide back to eject the bullet, there's a bullet in the chamber. So when he lays it on his lap or grabs it or whatever, the gun could possibly go off. There's many reasons why that gun could go off. Too many to sit here and discuss. But if he didn't do that first two things, pull the clip out, pull the slide back, and that ejects whatever bullet is in the chamber and locks the slide to the rear position. You don't clean a gun unless the gun is locked into the rear position. I don't know how anybody's cleaning a gun with a closed chamber. But that's just questions I have. But.
Yeah, yeah, y'all. I don't know what's going on. Listen, y'all, give me a second. I'm gonna have to pull this up on another device because my computer. It's like my screen is blanking in and out, y'all. I don't know what's happening. I'm gonna shut my laptop down and I'm gonna pull this commentary up on my phone. Y'all, give me a minute. D True, see if there are any more questions in the chat. Okay, Raina? See if you there's any more questions in the chat.
Again, there's no evidence that other than being neighbors, that they knew each other. Her son said he had never seen that man. We don't know when he moved in. He could have moved in 2 or 3 months ago. We don't know. There's no evidence that they ever crossed paths prior to this. And even if you knew somebody, what difference does that make? See, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Natasha, if they did know each other in passing, but basically she never said anything about him to her mother. And her mother testified to that or stated that when she was speaking to Essie Berry. She never spoke about this man. She never said anything about this man. She never told her mother that this man was hitting on her. And she's the one that said they talked about everything. So if they talked about everything, wouldn't that be a subject that would come up? Well, this guy next door, he keeps hitting on me, or he keeps trying to talk to me. But then in the next breath, you're saying your wife. So if he has a wife, why is he trying to talk to her? Let's remember, they're nowhere close in age. He's 22. She's in her 30s. I'm not saying
that's another thing I'm glad you brought up. I didn't even think about that. Now you saying he wanted her, but then you're saying he had a girlfriend / wife, maybe fiance or something.
Yeah.
And then, okay, Natasha, can you let us know what makes you think that they knew each other? Can you let us know? Because maybe it's something we overlooking. You know what I mean? Yeah, Natasha, let us know why you feel like they it seems like to you they knew each other. Let us know, sweet, so we can talk about it.
Yeah, drop the link. Let Natasha come up.
Well, some people don't want to come up.
They could have known each other just by being neighbors.
Just by being
and then
neighbors.
The thing about it is, I think it would be hard to say that they knew each other. The son said he never seen them.
That's what I'm saying. And again, what I just said was she never talked about him. She never mentioned to her mother that this man was hitting on her. You see what I'm saying? There's no mention. Yeah. Miss Jackie never mentions that her daughter mentioned this man in any way.
And except for the dream, and in the dream, it was he rejected her. She rejected him.
Yes, and in the dream, he said to her it was about color. She heard him say it was about color in her dream.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even case the mother said she asked the grandson, "Who is he?" He said, "I ain't never seen that man in my life."
And you know why? Because they probably never crossed paths because of their schedule.
Yes.
Maybe he went to work prior to him getting ready to go to school.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't cross paths at all with your neighbors.
That's true. I know in the case with me, it is.
You have different schedules.
And he leaves for work early in the morning. And from the from the news reports, he leaves around 1 o'clock.
Mm.
Or
Mm.
early in the morning. I don't know if it was he left at 1 a.m. to go to the wedding, or that's the time he goes to work. But
Hey,
supposedly
Daily.
he goes to work early in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
See,
All right.
you can't speculate. When it comes to the law, you can't
And
speculate.
that's all I'm saying. You can't be throwing things out there that's gonna. That's why, like I told y'all once before, when I started this channel. Well, not started this channel, but started doing these news, these stories. When it gets to be too much, where there's a lot of conspiracy theories, and you got YouTube channels just putting out any and everything, and I can't decipher the truth from the false or the conspiracies. I tend to just back away because it gets to be too much for me. I like to go by the facts, especially when it comes to the court cases. Because to me, if you go to entertaining all that bullshit, it kind of takes away from your credibility when you speak on these cases.
When
Mm-hmm.
you say the word uh, sacrifice,
Sacrifice, conspiracy
yeah,
theory,
you're
in my opinion, allegedly, all these allegedlys and all that shit is weird to me. Like that's why I feel like, and I'm gonna say it, I feel like Philly Fields coverage of the Sweetie Pies case became a joke because she entertained all that extra bullshit. Now we are now the thing about it, when she started entertaining that shit, as far as Miss Robbie being, paying out parole boards and paying off this and they the whole mafia family over there. I mean, to me that diminishes your coverage of the case. That's just my opinion. That's why
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch her coverage. I watched these other people that spoke directly from court records, directly from what was facts.
Now, yes, and when Vale gave us pretty much his notes play by play each
Play
day
by play.
that was going on, we might have came up with say, oh, he's probably gonna get this, or he might get off, or because we were looking at it at this point as like one of the jurors, as the evidence were presented to us. You get what I'm
Because he
saying?
didn't make a mockery of it. He didn't have a whole
No.
bunch of people calling in with conspiracy theories. He let us know what he felt because we absolutely knew he wanted Tim to pay. We knew his personal beliefs or his personal, views towards the case, but he kept it professional. He kept it on the facts. He did his little joking. We knew it was jokes with his little lyrical impersonations and all that. He made it interesting, but he stuck to the facts.
Right.
And
okay.
he thought enough of the case to be there to report directly from the courtroom.
And
Okay.
I held it down for Terica because everybody was coming down hard on her. But I
Yep,
said,
you did. Mm-hmm.
you get what I'm saying? So, but I only went by what was presented. And
Well,
I'm like,
Yep.
here's the thing. When so when you're on the stand and they're interrogating you on the stand, they're cross-examining you, the prosecution has you up there asking questions.
Mm-hmm.
If you start speculating, either the defense attorney or the prosecutor is going to say speculation,
Mm-hmm.
speculation,
Objection. Speculation.
objection, speculation,
Or
which
it's
means,
objection. Hearsay.
yeah, there's no evidence
Mm-hmm.
supporting that.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't
Yep.
speculate because that speculation is someone's opinion.
Yep.
mm-hmm.
Okay. And a lot of times, if you pull in an expert witness and it's not a fact, that they'll object and say that's his opinion. That's not
Mm-hmm.
that's not based in fact. There's nothing that points to that. Are you saying that that's a fact? Are you saying in your opinion? Because that is two different things.
Mm-hmm.
Your
Mm-hmm.
opinion is different from the facts. I
Cause see,
get
that's the purpose
this.
of discovery. That's the purpose of the prosecution having to give the defense, everything piece of evidence, and the defense has to give the prosecution their evidence because they have to stick to that evidence.
and I had just said this when you when you were rebooting things. I had said that if you sit up there and you say, "Well, we believe that so and so know each other,"
Mm-hmm.
well, here we can show you that they didn't show each other. That hurts whoever speculated that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, the defense job is to show that it's not true
Facts.
and to
Facts.
cloud it to give you a reasonable doubt that that's not true.
Right.
Okay, in the Alex Murdoch murder, the one that Pam was moaning over,
Yeah.
they gave out a lot of speculations.
Mm-hmm. A lot.
He's saying he wasn't there, but as soon as the prosecutor proved you were there, this is you on the phone. We hear you on the phone. How are you saying you're not there? That wasn't me. We hear you. Your phone pinged right where we said you were. Well, that wasn't me. Well, guess what? The jury needs to make up their mind. Who do you believe?
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe him by saying he wasn't there, or do you believe the prosecutor who says, here's the cell phone records, here's the
Mm.
time you did it, it puts you there?
Yep. Yep.
So that makes him look bad because now he's a liar. And the worst thing that you can do as a prosecutor is become a liar.
Yes.
The worst thing you could do as a defendant is become a liar. So now everything you say after that point is going to be questioned.
Yep. Yep. That's true. That's true. That's why you can't do the speculations. You can't do the assumptions. Can't do the dreams. I'm sorry, but you can't. Hey, it's a wrap. You can't do that stuff. And I wouldn't put it out there like, oh gosh, I don't know, y'all. It's really sad. But when it comes to the law and the way and I didn't know. I listen. I couldn't. Well, actually, I could. I was gonna tell a lie. I was gonna tell you that I couldn't speak on really how the law works until my son got killed. But that's not true because I dealt with the law. Actually, the federal the government and federal laws back years ago with my ex-husband, and I do know some things about how the law works. And I know that like I said, the wheels of justice, they move slow. It's irritating, it's frustrating. You have to have a lot of patience. People don't want to answer questions. It's like you sometimes you think they're playing in your face, but what you have to realize, and what I had to learn to realize, is all for the good of the case. Now, if you honestly feel like that police department or district attorney's office is not doing what they're supposed to do when it comes to the case, of course you should speak out, of course, but you should only speak the facts,
Right.
right? You should only speak the facts. You shouldn't you shouldn't say, "Oh, they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing because she's black and he's white." If that's not the case, and if you don't know that for sure, hey, Colette, I think that to me it taints everything, and you're jeopardizing the case because what you're doing is you're taking the jury pool, and that's not good.
And then I also believe, this is only my personal belief, I also believe sometimes the law does not rule in your favor.
Not all. That's true too, Fawn. That is so true. That's true.
So that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day.
And if you want to get into it, we will. Just let me know, cause that's true.
Mhm.
That is so true. And that's
Um,
why I said it, Fun. That's why I said if you feel like the law is not being fair and the laws are not being abided by, then you should speak up. Absolutely, and speak out.
Yeah, I
But
just
you have to
believe,
stick to the facts.
I sometimes believe there's two sets of laws, and I'm gonna
I've
leave it
been
at that.
saying that forever. Oh yeah,
Because
absolutely.
I'm not going to be very popular on that panel
I know. I
yeah,
know.
so
I know.
because anytime there's a shooting, I always say to myself, I don't jump to conclusions.
Yeah.
I want to know the facts. And when you jump to conclusions and you start acting a fool, and then something comes out, it makes you look like a fool, and then your credibility is gone.
Let me tell you something. I want to go to those newspapers, those TV news stations that was calling me when my son passed. Okay, I wanted to get on the motherfuckers and scream to the rooftop about the other person that I felt like was involved in his murder. I wanted to shout it to the rooftop. I shouted here in my house on a daily, probably. I shouted to my family members. I shouted to my church members. I shouted to the people that's close to me because I want to get it out. But I'm not gonna go out to the public and shout it because I just can't. I have to have some sort of faith in justice, and I have to have some sort of faith in the detectives when they say, "Just be patient, Miss." And I can't say the last name they call me by because y'all don't know my last name. These people think they know my last name, and they don't. But I can't say what they say. But they say just be patient and please let us investigate it. It always rings in my head what that detective said to me, and he has been nothing but honest with me from day one. He has been nothing but friend. He has been that man. That detective has gone far, and that's why I say, y'all, it's good cops and bad cops. Come on, that man has been nothing but everything to me when it has pertaining to my son's case. And I just, whenever I want to just shout something out, whenever I get angry because this person is walking around, putting things on Facebook, and she doing all this talking, I be wanting to shout to the mountaintops. But because that man asked me and asked my ex-husband and asked Tony, said, please, and my mom and dad, he looked us in our eyes and he said, please, just let us do our job. Just let us investigate. You know what I'm saying? I think about that and I say, okay, I'm a back out. I ain't gonna say nothing because I just have to have faith that in the end justice is gonna be served. I just have to have that faith in order to keep my sanity.
Just because somebody wasn't arrested doesn't mean they're not looking at him.
And that's
And
what yeah.
if they're looking at him, and then you start doing what you're doing, not
It's not
saying
a him, it's a her.
okay, or
It's a
her,
her.
or whoever, if you start doing that and saying that, and then they take off, it makes the job even harder. See what I'm saying?
Mm,
Well, they a lot of times you don't know who they're watching, and they're
mhm.
watching because they're waiting for them to give them an excuse to arrest them.
Mhm.
A lot of times they don't have enough evidence, so they watch him and they're
Mhm.
hoping that he's going to be arrested on something else.
Mhm.
And then we get fingerprints, and then we get DNA, and then we get
Mhm.
things that we don't have that could easily tie him to the murder we really think he's involved with.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
mean, people get picked up for jaywalking, and then next thing you know, they're arrested for murder
Mhm.
because all you have to do is get them there, and then
Mhm.
go, okay, Your Honor, I'd like to take DNA from him for jaywalking. No, we think he did something else.
Mm.
You just have to make the case for the judge to believe you, and then you can get the DNA.
Mhm. I know. Like I said, I know. All right. Let's listen to some more, y'all.
Right. I went myself. I am a level 4 officer. Okay, and I told him this. This was not an accident. No, I was not there to be able to prove it. We can only go about what we can prove. This was not an accident. He knew exactly what he was doing.
Mm.
Then you wait until your so-called wife, you're supposed to be married, and at 1 o'clock in the morning, shoot through that door, shoot through that window,
Hmm.
and take my daughter's life. My daughter was doing TikTok and YouTube out on her patio. She also was out there skating all the time.
So it wasn't in like shooting through a wall. It was like he had to shoot a distance, like to aim to see her. Is that what you're saying?
No, ma'am. Miss Essie, her wall is here, his wall is there.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Okay, right.
So he shot straight through the wall. And Miss Essie, straight. My son still has a picture of the bullet hole.
Cause y'all gotta
Straight.
think about
Her father took the headboard because he said that he needed to have the headboard. So the headboard is also here in Houston.
And do you
I
have?
don't understand how the father was able to take the headboard, D True. I don't understand that.
I don't understand if the bullet, because their claim was that the bullet went through the headboard. So how do you have the headboard? The
That's
headboard
evidence.
should have been taken as evidence.
Because from some of the court cases I've seen, honey, they would have that headboard in the damn courtroom with a
Yeah.
damn forensics guy showing how the bullet went through the wall, through the headboard, and hit her. I don't
Yes.
understand how he was able to have the headboard.
I don't know. I don't know how the defense allowed them to take the headboard
That's weird.
because
Okay.
that's part of the defense. So you're saying
Natasha, we don't know, sweetie. We don't know for facts if they was messing around or not, Natasha. We don't know, boo. What does him being married got to do with it?
nothing. But she's
Ooh.
saying that there was somebody else in the house. Well,
Yeah.
if there was somebody else in the house, then he has a witness to him cleaning his gun.
Yeah, we have a witness of what happened. Actually, I mean,
He was cleaning his gun, the gun went off. Now he has a witness. He should wish he was married and he had somebody there with him.
I know that's right. I know he wished there was someone else to testify to what happened.
Because right now it's his word against the forensic because
Hmm.
there's no victim testimony. So it's his word against the forensic. There's no witness saying that, well, this is what happened. So now you have two people saying this is what happened. Where now, as him being alone, all he could say is, well, that's what happened.
Melissa said, do you think this is grief or is the mother just lying because she's heartbroken? I want to say it's grief. I want to say it's grief. I want to say I think she's heartbroken. I'm not going to just flat out say she's lying. I'm just going to say when things happen like this, the details become fuzzy. Um, I don't even know how she made that statement as far as the window and the door. I don't know where that came from. But yeah, I don't know. But
Again,
anyway.
contradicting statements only hurt your testimony.
Mhm.
So every time you contradict yourself, you're only hurting your testimony.
Right.
Because
Some say,
how
I'm
many,
sorry. Go
no,
ahead.
but how many times do you watch? And Trey, you awful quiet over there. You Mister watch interrogation videos. How many times do the detectives count the suspect contradicting himself or changing the story?
Oh, they pointed out every time.
But they don't say anything to him. They talk to each other because understand when an interrogation is going on, it's just not the person in the room.
There's other detectives looking in on it.
Behind the door,
Mhm.
watching on a camera
Mhm.
to it, and both of them are going, that's not what he said. That's why everything is being recorded so they can go back in testimony and go, you said you went through the door alone, but 2 hours later you said you and Billy went through the door together.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
which one is it?
Mhm.
That's
So,
why if you're telling the truth never changes.
It doesn't.
well,
It doesn't.
you also have to look at how long are you being interrogated. I'm a big believer in don't interrogate somebody for 4 or 5 straight hours. Give them a break.
Miss Margie says she can't help it, but she think they was hunching. Let me tell you something, Miss Margie. In the case with that, I think you brought it up too. A while back, the truth. I want to say the lady name was Amber, the cop that shot the black guy.
Yes.
I felt like the whole time I was listening in on the trial because I watched that whole trial. I was intrigued, but I felt like that they had some type of interaction. I felt like they had some type of relationship. I felt like she was maybe rejected by him of some sort, but they was never able to prove that in court. I remember that it
Well,
was
again,
never they
if
was
that
never able to prove it.
Yeah, if that was proven, it would have changed the charges.
It would have changed the charges. Absolutely.
See what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That-
Yeah.
I mean, these things changed the whole aspect of the crime. Anytime,
Hmm.
a lot of times when people get charged with manslaughter or second degree murder, they don't
Hmm.
know that person. It's
Hmm.
not, and if you sit there and say, "Well, I didn't even know who that person was," it just happened. I don't know what happened. I don't even know who he is, and then all of a sudden they find out you do know him. You two don't like each other. That changes the
Hmm.
entire aspect of the trial.
Yep. Yep. All right, y'all. We're 35 minutes in. It's an hour and 11 minutes. I really do want to try to get through it. Trey's going live at 7:30, so I'm gonna try to get in as much as I can, um, to end this. Okay. So let's listen.
I want to say this, Miss Etsy, because I need to make sure that I put McDonald Farm Apartments out there. Because what you did to me, what you did to my family was wrong, and you didn't care nothing about us. You didn't care nothing about your tenant. You stood up and you tried to tell me that you didn't know that my daughter was killed on your property, but they had to go to the office to get the emergency keys so the police could go in and see where she had gotten shot at. You are a liar.
Yes, Miss
And you
Daly.
ought to be ashamed of yourself. And anybody that stay on that property, you better know who you're dealing with. If something happened to you, they will not be liable and they will not take responsibility for what is going on their property. And especially not for a black woman.
So is she trying to place some blame on the apartments?
What
Is
blame
that
could
what
the
I'm
apartment
hearing?
have?
Or no?
What the wall wasn't thick enough? You rent to somebody, what they do in their apartment is not up to the, I could see if there was complaints about him. I could see if there was, maybe he had did this before and they did nothing about it. I could see if he's been harassing people. Any of those number of things, then you could say, well, they weren't doing enough. But there's no indication that any of that stuff happened. He's 22 years old. There's no indication that he was ever on the apartment people's radars for doing anything strange. I mean, you understand what I'm saying? I mean, why would the apartment be worried about him if he hasn't done anything? Okay.
Right. And so, yes, Miss Daly, I was talking about that case. That's the case I was talking about. So Miss Margie said, "Who said they never met?" Well, I don't know if anybody ever just straight out said it, but I know the son said he didn't even know who he was. And we don't know if they ever met or spoke to each other or anything like that. All we know is the daughter never mentioned him to the mom or the mom or the son. So, um. There's no proof that they knew each other. Yeah, right, Daily. Right. Um. Thank you, Miss Gloria. Y'all please support the channel, please, if you don't mind. Thank you. All right, let's listen, y'all.
You better know where you're staying. Yes, we all want better for our lives and better for our children. But at what risk and what will we do that? I'd rather be around my people 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, right here in Houston, where we belong. But my daughter chose something different. I did not want her to go there, Mrs. I'm going to be honest with you. I was very upset with Kalika about this move because I've always been an overprotector of all of my family, not just my kids, my nieces, my nephews, my little cousins, my big cousins, always an overprotector. Know what you need to do that for. Houston is big enough for you to do whatever you need to do. No, Mama. Everything is going on there, Mama. Mama, I'm going to be okay. What are you worried about? A position I'm in now. Not sleeping at night. Not eating.
Can you spell the county that you said she was in? The city or what's the name of it?
What up? Yes, ma'am. I will care. Yes, ma'am.
So,
I got this because I'm going to check some right quick.
So how much research has Essie Berry done?
Not any, as far as I'm listening
If
to.
you're
If you don't
asking,
even
if
know,
you didn't look up you didn't look it up because it's right there in any article that you should look in.
yes, it
Anyone
is.
that's covering it, it says
Okay, Trey.
all of that. So you're asking her spell the county in which this happened in. You should already know that.
You should. You should have at least the basics.
Just the basics of where it was. And she mentioned uh, old McDonald's farm. Oh, I'm sorry.
She mentioned Gwinnett County. She mentioned Duluth. She mentioned all of that. You not even listening, ma'am.
I'm sorry, Liz B. I didn't mean to say old McDonald farm.
Hi, Grace. Hi, baby.
When you do that. You guys, I felt like this is a case that needed to be heard. And somebody just said it seemed like her life was unessential. It did. That's exactly what it seemed like.
Unessential. Is that a word? I'm just saying.
So when things come across our board, if Geneva, like
Essie makes up words all the time.
I see. She should have made up that. You know what? I ain't gonna say that.
It's so many things through the years talking about different cases like this, and so have I. But if we don't bring it to awareness and keep it going and try to bring on us on platforms to let people know how our people are being dealt with, that's an issue to me. That's an issue. And it seems like to me that I'm still gonna go back to he was kin to somebody. I still feel like they did a runaround. I feel like he needed to do some type of time because he didn't even do a week in jail. It don't seem like he got out right after her funeral. How insulting was that? You understand?
You can't be doing that when a person makes bail or bond, ma'am, and get out. He was held on no bond until he received the bond. He bonded out and he got out. That's the law. See, that's what I'm talking about people sitting up here ignoring the law and just running their mouths like laws don't exist. Like these people just let this man go all willy-nilly free, and that's not the case. My God. And Miss Essie sitting up there, and y'all, she literally has on her work uniform. She's moving around looking for something. She's putting her glasses on. She's looking, and I'm looking at her, and she literally has her. She has to be a correctional officer or something. I'm looking at the little badge thing on her uniform, and Miss Essie even knows if she works in a facility, a detention facility, she knows. Not Miss Essie, but Miss Foley. I'm sorry.
And don't come tell me you done made up a law after the fact. You can't make up laws after the fact. Now, Miss Jacqueline, you said you was
Duluth County, Georgia. Yes, ma'am. It's where she was killed at is Duluth, Duliuth County, Georgia, 30096. The exact address was 3555.
and spell the apartment complex.
No, you did say spell McDonald Farm.
Because it ain't for black folks for sure. Just let y'all know that. Come on.
McDaniel, McDaniel.
Yeah, McDaniel. It's called
Oh,
McDaniel.
she said McDonald.
Yeah, but it's McDaniel Farms.
Oh,
and it's three buildings. No, I think it's just two buildings. And she stayed in the one on the right. But again, now,
and I think she had an issue with I think the apartment complex might have been majority Caucasians.
well, my thing is, if I'm going to someone and I tell someone, "Hey, I'd like you to help me," and she goes, "Well, I'll do an interview with you online. We'll do the interview online," and then I do the interview, and you're asking me to spell the apartment complex and the
She didn't
town.
do her research. She didn't do her research, and she's
And
not.
And
Yeah.
maybe it's just me. Maybe the chat should put a 1 in the chat if you believe that the person that's interviewing you should have already looked up some of this information ahead of time. Because and then she said, "Well, I'm just hearing this for the first time." Well, how long did you know? Was the interview an hour after you asked her?
Grace said, "Truth, you missed the updated, made-up law. After a person's funeral, a person in fault gets relief." I don't understand what you're saying right there, Grace.
She's saying that's the law that they made. After the funeral, they can be released. No, there's no such law.
No, that's not. No, no.
No, there's no such law. But I'm
Mm-mm.
just saying, I don't care if I'm interviewing someone and they go, "Yeah, go ahead, I'll do an interview, or I'll interview you in an hour." I got an
Mm.
hour to get caught up,
Mm-hmm.
and if I didn't know
And all you
anything,
gotta do is Google, and the article, pops up. And one thing about those articles, they're gonna at least have the city, county, state,
yes,
the apartments or whatever. She ain't looked nothing up. Mm-mm.
she didn't even know how she. I'm wondering, did she even know the girl's name before?
Well, her excuse was, "I don't want to botch the spec. I don't want to botch the pronunciation. So could you please pronounce her name?" She probably couldn't pronounce it. Now, what grade did you say she dropped out in?
10th grade.
I can believe it.
Yeah, because you didn't know how to spell McDaniel.
Yeah, McDonald, even McDonald. That's why she corrected her
McDonald. I
and
mean,
said it's McDonald, it's McDaniels, not
I
McDonald.
am
if you
convinced,
don't know
honey,
how to
this
spell
woman.
McDaniel,
And this is the woman that you're gonna hire to help you fill out uh, paperwork for lawsuits and criminal activity.
oh child,
Yes, Miss Daly should have had pre-written questions and everything. She ain't got none
yes.
of that. None of that. None of that. All right, y'all. Let's listen to some more.
And this is in Duluth County as well, correct?
Yes, it's called
It's not Duluth County. It's Gwynedd County. Hi, SJW girl.
The, the town is Duluth, right?
Yes, the city or the town.
Yeah, the county is Gwynedd County.
Oh God.
DANIEL Farm, FARM Apartments, 3355 McDonald Road, Duluth, Georgia, 30096.
It's where they make the underwear.
And you said when you were there in Duluth, you only seen how many black people?
2. And
What the hell does that have to do with anything?
Well, because Essie Berry constantly wants to make it a race thing.
Oh God.
She's a civil rights activist, and
Yeah, but I'm quite sure this young lady, she's been there for what, 2 years prior to her demise?
Right.
yes, she's
Okay.
been there for 2 years.
And I'm quite sure the first 6 months of being there, she kind of saw what it is. And she didn't have to renew her lease. But evidently she renewed her lease.
And
Because she's been there for 2 years.
and it was satisfied where she was as far as the apartments.
Right.
Hey Scorpio. Hey boo. All right, y'all. It's just making a mockery for me. I can't.
in that apartment complex, as we were getting her things, Mr. Essie, we went and got the truck. And I tell you, it took us about 5 hours. It was me, my son, my grandson, and the other guy that was with us. And within 5 hours, we had loaded 2 bedrooms, all the Kalita clothes, a living room, a dining room, a kitchen. All I wanted to do was just get it on the truck and her car. And I drove my grandson's car back here. I just wanted to get out. I just needed to get away. I needed to get it away from
Were
there.
you finna say something, D True?
No,
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Was that you, Fun? I thought I heard something. Fun. Fun on mute, y'all.
Because the way we were treated, as if you to sit up and tell me that you didn't know that my daughter was killed on your property over the weekend, and you are the manager there, you let me know exactly who you were. And I thank you. And I'll make sure everyone else know exactly who you are. Because we of color should definitely not be staying in your apartments.
Wow.
I have to say, I love your integrity. I love your courage. I love that you know what you should be standing for and what has came. I do believe in dreams. I do believe in God will speak to you in other ways. I do believe everything happens for a certain period and a certain time. Because let me tell you guys why. Me and Geneva had talked about this case. But when you do cases like this, it takes something out of you because I'm very emotional. And when I get into something, I don't know how to just jump back out of it like that because I'm a civil rights activist. Geneva's an investigator. So that is what we're good at. So my heart reaches out to people, and that's why I became an activist because I saw so many of my own people being destroyed. And then I had to worry about raising two sons. So, like, I can only sympathize. And I saw someone saying that they lost their son in 2021. So, on this mic, too, we're going to find other mothers that has experienced what Miss Jackman has experienced because I could even imagine because my heart was pouring out then. But I want to say something because anytime I move or if my babies tell me they're going somewhere or I just see a city or state, I always research the population to see what's in the population of those people. So in the race and ethnicity of these people of that particular county, it is 32.5% white, 25% Asian, and 20% black. So pretty much they scattered out everywhere. You can like count us if you see us. So we pretty much stick out like a sore thumb in that county. Yes. That's like she said with 2 apartment. That's what made me look that up. Because I was in a place called St. John's, Arizona, and they had 2% black. That was me and my bodyguard. And I always notice that because when you come in a town like that, 100% beyond a shadow of a doubt, they know every face that ain't of a white race that walks in that place. And why I say that? So I want to know because you had reached out to Geneva, and Geneva told me about it. We did have a lot going on at the time, but then y'all found me. So I want to know you found me on the internet, and what was I supposed to do? Not take or call you guys? So to me, God does everything in His divine order, and so we went back and forth for a minute. So when they contacted the second time, because we were still like doing a little bit of research, because we couldn't believe a case like this happened.
You couldn't have researched, ma'am. That's a lie. You couldn't have. You didn't even know where it happened. You didn't know how to spell it. You couldn't have researched. That's a lie.
Well, she claims that Geneva is the researcher.
Well, Geneva should have been doing a damn interview because this seems weird.
Geneva Googles things. That's what Geneva does. She Googles things. That's the research. And she uses ancestor.com.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's the ability and the adept research that they're doing. When it comes to
Natasha said, I feel her pain, but this is not a hate crime unless these two are messing around. Natasha, even if they were messing around, it's still not a hate crime. They're trying to say it's a hate crime because she was black and he was white. Them messing around wouldn't make it a hate crime unless, see, them messing around would say to me that he didn't have an issue with African Americans. If they were messing around, that means he didn't have an issue with her because of her race. So that would knock out the hate, the race issue, and that would knock out the hate crime. You get what I'm saying? Y'all get what I'm saying? But we don't know if they was messing around. We don't know. That's the thing. Nobody knows. Well, if the police know, they ain't talking about it, of course. And it's gonna be a trial, and hopefully I'll be around to cover that trial, right? And
Yeah.
and one thing I learned about trials and evidence and things of that nature, a lot of stuff comes out in the trial, y'all. Like all the questions y'all asking now, and we don't know the answers to. A lot of that stuff comes out in the trial. But one thing I do know, if this investigation leads to them believing this is a hate crime, we'll know before the trial. You want to know why? because it'll be in the charges. Period. If
It,
they
it,
determine
it,
this to be a hate crime, we'll know way before the trial because it'll be in his charges. They will upgrade his charges.
it's been 2 years. It's
Right.
going on 2 years, and they haven't upgraded the charges.
Right.
So if
Right.
if if they haven't found any connection, any love affair between these two, or any hate between these two in 2 years, what makes you think they're going to find it in the next 2 months?
Right.
Yeah, and if a bug was put in their ear that there was any type of relationship between the two,
Mm-hmm.
you best believe they've already pulled their cell phone records to see if there was any communication.
I think they've already done it, to be honest, because I think when it happened, that the first thing they investigated was whether there was a relationship or not. That's what I think. I think they been
And
did
any
that.
type of relationship that you have, you how do you communicate? The
Fact.
phone.
But in
Hmm.
any murder investigation, this is still a murder
And
investigation.
especially since the son say he ain't never seen dude, that means she ain't have him in her house like that.
But again, any murder investigation, whether it be unintentional manslaughter, whatever, anything to do with a death, the first thing they're looking at is, did he know her? Was there
Hmm.
any interaction between the
Was
two?
there a relationship?
Did someone he knows know her?
Hmm.
Did those two have an argument? The first question that they ask anyone, and I believe they probably asked you, did you know of anyone that had anything against him?
Oh, absolutely.
And
That, yeah.
and I guarantee you they question the neighbors, their neighbors.
Yes. Yes. The neighbors. Yup. You right, Fawn.
They question the neighbors to see, well,
Did
what do
y'all
they
see
know?
them together? Have y'all ever seen them talking, or you know what I'm saying? Him going in and out the apartment. You know, all of that. All of that. The investigation, not assumptions. The
Right.
investigation.
They'll ask you, what type of neighbor was he? Did he play loud music? Did he have a lot of company? I mean, they were,
Hmm.
listen, that's exactly what you just said. That's what an
Hmm.
investigation is for.
Hmm.
But the mother said she stands on her balcony and recites her poem. So it seems like she's the loud one, not him. Why are you on your patio reciting your poem?
You can be.
I'm
You
just
can
Yeah.
be on your balcony, sitting down, at your, some people have furniture out there, patio, balcony furniture, whatever you call it. She could be sitting out there rehearsing, saying that doesn't mean she was screaming at the top of her lungs.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But she made it seem like he heard her. He heard her. He heard her through the walls, and he heard her reciting her poem. So
Shit, they the one making her seem like the loud neighbor.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They made her sound like she was the loud
I
neighbor.
want to know what poem was she rehearsing.
Oh, Philly Phil plays it on her.
I looked for that live. I couldn't find it.
Yeah, Philly
Unless I'm.
Phil actually the one I got he stalked her. I'll send it to you
Can you
because
please? Because I
yeah,
think she got rid of that video.
but she may have when she found out I was using it.
I think she
That's
did
why
because I looked for it. And
that
do you have the live?
yeah, I have to look. I downloaded what she was saying because
Oh, I hope you got it because I think she got rid of that.
I didn't want to play her poem because Jackie Foley may come after me because it's her poem that was
Okay, let me
being
ask you this:
played.
the poem, is it? What
It,
type of poem is it?
it's a Black Lives Matter poem.
Okay, it's
So why would Philly Phil get rid of that live? Because I can't find it. And if she didn't get rid of it, I digress. But I couldn't find it. I looked for the title because I remember the title.
I
But
want to look
when I
this
went to go
This
poem
was
look
a
for
up.
it,
this wasn't that long ago. This was I
this was
think
a couple of days ago.
yeah, a couple days ago. She did that live. because we kept saying, "How do you know it's the rebuttal to?"
And it said
how do you know it's a hate crime?
exactly. I can't find it. I
Okay,
can't find it.
who's the authors of this poem? Because I'm gonna look it up.
She is.
She wrote it.
Supposedly she wrote it.
Yeah.
Oh,
And she was doing okay. So you can look at it two ways. If you look up Carlita Foley, there's going to be an interview that she has live with a YouTuber, and she reads that poem on that live, and that's what Philly Phil was playing. Was the
Can
interview?
you send me the link to that? The true or
Yeah,
I look it up.
let me see.
Yeah, send me the link to that as well.
And Carlita, how do you spell her name? Is that with a C or a K?
It's a C.
CALETHER, I think.
No, it's CARL.
Oh yeah, CARLETHER.
Yeah. Let me see, because this was only a couple days ago, and I did record it. Let me see if it's there, because like I said, she was doing a rebuttal because we kept saying, "How do you know it was a hate crime?" And her rebuttal was, "Well, he heard her. He heard her rehearsing or doing her poem."
Right, Grace. Right, Daily. The police asked the son, and he said he never seen a guy day in his life.
Oh,
Right.
here it is, right here. Truth. Did Maxwell Williamson hear Carlita Foley reading her poem?
So is it still up, or do you have it?
No, it's still up. 3 days ago.
Oh, okay, because I couldn't find it. I wanted to get into it.
Yeah, it's 3 days ago.
Okay, I got
It's
you.
not that long either. It's only 20 minutes long.
Okay, great. All right, let's get through this one, y'all. Let's get through this one. Let's see.
What made you reach out to us though? What would be that difference? Because you've been on all these platforms already.
Okay, Ms. Essie, let me say this to you. Okay,
Oh
so
yeah, okay. Because this is what she wants, some type of accreditation.
Hold it down. You did hear her. You did hear Essie say you've been on all of these platforms already.
Uh-huh.
But didn't Philly Phil say she's only been on hers and Essie Berry's?
That's what she said.
But that doesn't sound like it's only two platforms, right? That sounds
Right.
like she's been on a lot. And what did
Right.
we say on why the district attorney don't want to talk? Because you're doing the YouTube tour. And Philly Phil said she's only been on my platform and Essie Berry. That's not what Essie just said. But I want you to listen to what Miss Jackie says, why she reached out to Essie Berry.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
came out, I used to watch you. That's when you would always talk about your husband, and how I found out about that is that you started doing that Steve Harvey stuff. I watched Geneva when she first started coming out, and then I had subscribed to both of y'all, and then for some reason or another, I stopped getting alerts. But on the morning that I text my little cousin Alicia and Tam, I was here at work. I was sitting over there. You can't see it over in that corner. I was talking to God. I was having this long conversation with him. He continues to tell me to stand strong, move forward, get justice for Kalita. I was standing in that corner, and I sit down. Geneva popped up. He said, send her email. So I started trying to send Geneva the email. Then he said, I started looking again, and I'm running down again. He said, send you an email. Then he turned around and he said, no, call her. So I immediately text Tam and Alicia because I'm at work. I'm one of these people, you know. And so I called, get on the phone, I called Alicia. I said, Alicia, God just told me, no, I need to talk to Miss Essie, so you need to call her. Next thing I know, Alicia's calling me back with you on the phone, and I'm screaming. That's the reason why I called you. Because my father has never lied to me.
So break that down. The truth.
Okay.
Wow.
She said this to 2 other YouTubers.
What?
God told me to reach out to you.
Can you please send me? And I ain't saying you gotta do all this stuff right now, just so I can get into it later.
I sent you the link to Philly Phil.
All right, now, so can
Now,
you, the other YouTubers that
I
she
gotta
spoke
find
to?
the other YouTubers. But
Thank you. Thank you.
me and Miss Liz were chatting about that when this first came out, and
Mm-hmm.
the whole blow up about me even talking about this started, and Miss Jackie told me I was the shit under her shoes, and we started talking about that, and Liz said to me, she said that same exact thing to another YouTuber. God
Wow.
told me to to get in touch with you.
Wow.
I didn't know God will ask people to get in touch with scam artists.
Well, let me just say this. A lot of people pray, and I don't know what your religious beliefs are. I don't care. That's not important. But a lot of people, when they pray and they ask God for answers or they ask God for signs and things of that nature, sometimes you get a feeling of what you should do and what you shouldn't do. So that's probably what she means when she said God spoke to her. Maybe, she felt like in her prayer at that moment, she felt as though God was directing her towards this lady. You know what I'm saying? Um, I,
Mm.
I don't know.
Okay,
But if she told her two other YouTubers, I'm looking like,
yeah,
wait a
I'm
minute.
gonna find it. But okay, so
Please do.
Natasha says, I feel like they knew him since the mom is saying so-called wife. No,
He wasn't married, Natasha.
Jackie Foley is saying that because that's what he said according to her. Not the dream. She's going, he said he has a wife. So somewhere in the investigation, somebody said to her that he said he had a wife.
Mm.
But there's no record of any wife. There's no marriage certificate. There's no person close to his age or younger that has Williamson as the last name. I looked it up.
Mm,
So the next person of age Williamson is 29 years old, and
wow.
they don't live in the same apartment. I looked at that because it's not saying he wouldn't marry an older woman. He may have, but they don't have the same address.
Right.
It's very easy to when you're looking at things to crisscross things.
Mm-hmm.
I could tell somebody's mother versus somebody's sister
Mm-hmm.
just by going through certain things. Anyone could do background checks, but can anyone put the pieces together from background checks? No.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people just look at a background check and read what you see. You got to be able to piece these things together to find other people. And that's how you find people that don't want to be found.
Mm.
You find out their relatives, then you start looking through their relatives' lives, and somewhere in there, you're going to find the person that you're looking for.
Mm.
I really feel sorry for this woman because, her mind is all over the place anyway. I can't imagine.
Yeah.
And you get people that's not sincere tainting what's already going wild in your mind because you just want justice. You're angry. You're trying to sort out your feelings at this point, and then you get people in your ear just putting in tainted false accusations, and then you begin to believe them.
Mm.
These are the people you're turning to. These are the people. That's why I said, most of the people that turn to Essie Berry, it's because nobody else would take the case. No lawyer's going to take the case. And she's at times told people, you don't need a lawyer. You don't need a lawyer. I'll do it for you. You never tell anyone they don't need a lawyer.
You definitely don't. You don't. Mm-mm.
And let me just ask one simple question. I think I probably already know the answer. But the truth, how many cases have this woman won?
None.
She's not a
Zero.
lawyer. She's not a lawyer, Fern.
Well,
How many
I gather that since she didn't even finish 10th grade.
how many lawsuits has she had? 17.
Against her?
No, that she has put against people.
Wow.
Damn.
Has she won any?
0.
What?
She sued Steve Harvey 5 times. 5 times.
Jesus.
I'm surprised Steve Harvey didn't put her up under the jail.
I don't know what his problem is. And trust me, I really would love to sit down and go, what the hell is wrong with you? You could have stopped this shit years ago. But again, in his defense, he has. He sued her.
Did he? Did he win?
He sued her. That she never showed up.
Oh wow.
The day that they handed her the warrant, or the day they handed her the court date to come to Texas, is the date that he sued her. I have the paperwork that says you are being sued.
Oh wow.
It says it right under her name and her aliases, because there's about 13 of them. The line says, "Dear Miss Berry, you are being sued."
Oh, I can't. You can't make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up.
So in his eyes, he did do it. He's done everything he can, but she will not come to court. And her claim is, that court, that's a fake court. That's a fake
A
warrant.
fake court. Wait a minute.
That's a corrupt judge. She called the Angela Tucker the first black judge in the history of Collin County. A crackhead.
What? We're dealing with this woman has mental issues. I'm sorry.
Yes, she does. She does.
I'm sorry.
She has a song. She has a song called "I'm Schizophrenic, and I can do what I want to do."
What?
So is she on papers? I'm thinking this woman is on papers at this point. As far as I know, she on court papers, but I'm talking about like mental.
Yeah, well, for 8 years she was a rapper.
Wait.
I ain't never heard of her.
Darling Red is her rap name.
Oh Jesus, Detroit.
I have videos of her rapping.
Wait a minute, you said I know her rapper name was what? Darling Red?
Yes, Darling Red. So Dre, one of her lyrics was "Eeny Meeny Miny Mo." That was one of her lyrics that she said in a rap. "Eeny Meeny Miny Mo." I was like,
you know what?
You know what? I'm gonna send you the link to it. I'm gonna say I have all the music videos and everything of her rap years. And she had what song did she have? Her number one bestseller was "No More Disrespect," where supposedly Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre and all them reached out to her, and they were not going to call women bitches anymore.
What? Wait a minute. What era was she popular as a rapper? Was it the 80s, the 90s, the early 2000s?
The 2010.
Oh shit.
And she had one of them bathroom studios. You know the bathroom studios. She had a bathroom studio.
You know what?
She had a record label too. She had her own record label. I have all the LLCs, and she puts down that she was CEO of a record label. I can't remember the name of the record label, but she was CEO of a record label.
What I'm not going to do, I'm going to delete the YouTube app because this shit right here, I can't.
She has a ringtone.
This woman.
She has a ringtone for sale called "No More Disrespect." She said, "Everyone download this as your ringtone. No more disrespect."
I ain't never heard of that song.
No More Disrespect. It was a hit. Went platinum.
No, if I haven't heard, okay.
Yeah, it went platinum. Said no one, but that's according to her. It was a bestseller. I'm just saying, this is who you're dealing with. this is the person that's a civil rights activist. Civil rights activist. She's a master cosmetologist.
Okay. Has she won any music awards? I mean,
Not a one. Not even Billy Bob's Backward Barbecue Award or nothing.
I have to look this lady up because I want to see what she looks like. I do. How old is this woman?
I want to say 51 or 52.
Oh, you know what? I'm done. I'm done.
And when she was married to Rerun, she was 26 years old. There's an 18-year difference between her and Rerun. So I want to say she was younger than that because he was 53 when he died. And they were married for 4 years. Well, I'll get all that for the interview because that's going to be the first interview is Essie and Rerun.
Yeah, because you know I'm doing. I got to do this. I have to. I have to. I'm sorry. This is weird. Okay, let's listen, y'all. Let's listen to some more. Let me pull it back up. Let me pull it back up. Lord Jesus.
He is my father every single day of my life. I talk to him. There are things that I say to him. There are times he tell me, Jackie, shut up. Because I talk to him like he's a regular person. Daddy, you didn't just do that to me. You didn't just tell me to do that. Oh, no, Daddy, I ain't going to do that now. Oh, I'm going to get a whooping about it. There are things when you have that personal relationship with God, he'll bring you out. He'll tell you who to contact. He'll tell you when to call him and a good time to call him. Because at that time, he already done woke you up and said, hey, you're going to get a call from somebody. Or, hey, wake up and that person going to call you. He tells you how to move forward. He tells you what to do. A lot of people don't listen and we don't hear all the time because I don't hear and I don't listen all the time. But when my daddy tell me to do something, I'm going to move forward quickly because I know he got the answer on the other side because he done already put it in forth. Hey, call her right now. I never will forget you said, Miss Jackie, who are you with God that you done woke me up this time of morning? That's who I am. My father loves me. I love him. He said to me that this young man shall be drawn to justice for what he has done to my child. See, what he don't understand is I'm a touch not. I'm a touch not with my daddy. You don't mess with me. I'm his daughter. I will stand strong. I will move forward. I shall get justice for Khalifa Fully because my daddy already put it in place. And nobody will be able to stop that. My daddy said there will be justice for my child. She wasn't doing anything wrong. She was in her own bed sleep. She has a right to say no. She had a right to continue to be here. I said to anybody, when you don't know, you better know. I'm going to leap through it a little bit. I was on my way home from work. I had been crying so much upstairs in one of the rooms by myself, just crying and weeping. I was going to go home. I continued to go down the street. Jesus said clearly, get up on the toll road. I said, Daddy, you know I don't go on the toll road home. He said, I said, get up on the toll road. I got up on the toll road. As I began to drive, when I got to Veterans Memorial, the name of the street in Houston, Texas, he told me to look up. I looked up. That was my daughter. She had a bun on the top of her head with wings on her back. I started screaming, Jesus, 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 that's my baby, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Listen, see, God send people that you don't even know and think that he gonna send. A funeral director come knocking at my door. He called me Mama. His name is Adrian Lane. He said, Mama, God sent me here to have a talk with you about something. I said, come on in, baby. He come in. He said, God told me that you got something to tell me. And if you don't tell me, then I tell you. I said, well, Adrian, I was going down from work. I've been crying all day, and I got to Veterans Memorial, and God told me to look up. I looked up, and that was Khalifa. She had wings on her back with a bun on her head, Adrian. And I just went to screaming, Adrian, my baby's with God. My baby's with God. Adrian, my baby's with God. He said, Mama, that's what I come to talk to you about. Mama, Khalifa had a bun on her head when I picked her up. I never told nobody that. And you tell me who my God is? You will never be able to differentiate me from who my Father is. He loves me. We shall stand strong. We shall move forward for Khalifa. We shall get justice. My child shall get justice. I'm not here to hurt anybody. I'm not here to put anybody down. But what I am here to do is be a mother. And one thing I know, for every one of you mothers that have lost your children, you stand strong and fight for your babies because they are yours. They was yours. God's first, then yours. You stand strong for your child because I'm going to stand strong for mine. And if you need me to come and help you stand strong for yours, baby, you call me. Because I'm going to stand strong for Khalifa that Foley, baby, because that was my child. Stand up for your baby. Stand up. Nobody has a right to take our babies away from us. Do you think you are to do something against the Father's word? As he said, my baby wasn't supposed to be there, but she's there with him. And I thank him for accepting her into his kingdom. But now the mother that's here on earth, I'm standing strong for her. And you better understand, Maxwell, I'm coming for you.
We coming for you,
all
baby.
of you other people that have lost your children, huh? You call me. I'm going to come help you. I'm going to show you how to stand for your child. Because I'm standing for mine. And ain't nobody going to stop me. You're not going to shut me up until I'm dead and gone.
Amen.
But I will get justice for Khalifa. You shall go to jail where you belong before you do this to another child. Like it's not been the same. My mother, she realized she was at my daughter's funeral. She never recovered after that. She went bedridden. She had a heart attack, went bedridden. We buried her. She died, made a second. All my daughter kept asking me was, why is it taking God so long to take me? She wanted to go see about her granddaughter. If you don't know where I'm at, I'm telling you where I'm at. I'm a fighter. I always have been, and I shall stand strong, and I will move forward. Maxwell, you going to jail.
Yes, you are, Maxwell. Yes, you are.
You're
Maxwell.
going to jail, regardless of who you're some kin to. Because guess what? I'm some kin to God. I'm a covenant child. I'm a covenant partner. And when I speak to him and he tells...
I have a question, the truth, but I know you've done some research. Have you come across anything that suggests or shows that he's related to, and I don't know who he's supposed to be related to, but as far as law enforcement, is he related to maybe somebody in law enforcement there in that county or whatever?
No, there's no connection to anyone in law enforcement.
Okay.
No one said anything about that in any articles. Um, there is no one in his background check that shows up as being a police officer in the county. And
Mhm.
I think they would have exploited the hell out of that if they could prove it.
Yeah. Yeah.
me what's going to go on and what's going to move on, that's what's going to happen. And ain't nobody going to be able to stop it. You mess with the wrong person's child. Carlito Wyatt Foley belonged to Jacqueline Foley and the Foley family.
Hey, little baby.
I saw somebody say on here that they needed this. I'm gonna be honest with you. I still say everything happens for a reason, a purpose, and time. Because sometimes we get so involved with so many different cases. You can't imagine the case that come across me in Geneva. But to me, when it went to Geneva and we talked about it, then she found me on the phone. And she's like, I didn't mean to wake you up. Yes, they did. It was 8 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. And the good part about it is, I didn't wake up with attitude. I got up. I wanted to hear what she had to say. You
Yes, you did.
I'll call you back. But there was something in the spirit that was a little different. And a lot of times when you meet people, it's about a relationship. Half of the people that I help in any kind of way is not about money. It's about the relationship that I build with God has told me to do because I'm on my spirit. I don't follow what people say. I have to follow something in my spirit. Like today, like even my channel, you guys, you know it got snapped. I said that. It didn't have many views. But then I still had a couple thousand, whatever. But then
Okay, let me ask you a question now.
Okay, go ahead.
Because the channel that I'm looking at, the channel that we're on, this video was put out 5 months ago. It's got 479 views. 5 of those views is probably me. All right. She has on this channel, Essie Berry, 1,000 .76 subscribe. So did she have a bigger channel at one point?
25,000.
What happened with that channel?
Uh, I got it taken down. Me, me and my partner, Spook Media TV.
What had happened? Well, you know what? I think I might say that for the interview.
Well, I mean, think about it. She had 4 of my channels taken down. I just
Oh,
returned the
so she's
favor.
part of some of your channels being taken down.
Well, some of them are me because I just don't know when to stop and I go too far. But she was at least 3 of them.
Wow. Wow. Y'all got a history. I
And
can't
then,
wait to do this
and then,
interview.
and then she gets mad. And then she got mad because the same day they took my channel, I had a new channel. Well, I actually had
Well,
3.
I mean,
I
all you
had
gotta do is
3
have
channels.
channels in the wing.
Yeah, I had 3 channels. I had when I had The Truth, I had The Truth 2 and 3 already made.
That's all it takes.
So like I have now, I have The Truth 6 and I have The Truth 7. The Truth 7 isn't even turned on, but The Truth
Mm,
6 is turned on.
mm,
Just a matter
mm.
of time before YouTube says, "Damn it, not you again."
You evil ass clown, you. Wow. All right, let me ask you just for a tea. Well, no, I'm not. I'm gonna say that for the interview. Y'all stay tuned. Let's go. We got a few more minutes. I'm really trying to get all this in before 7:30 my time, and I think I got like a little bit over 15 minutes. Let's go.
say, yo, Geneva, I think this need to go further. Let me open up your platform too. So my girl said, go ahead and do that. I might can't be there, Essie, but go ahead. And her people are hearing this too. I feel like this story was supposed to be told at this time and at this purpose, at this moment. God knew everything that was going to happen before we came out each other's womb, our mother's womb. So yes, I'm going to help Miss Jackie Fight. Let me tell y'all something. If someone brings me a case and I ain't on it, I think it brought to me.
She's very passionate right now, even though we know she hadn't done any research. I'm curious to know. Okay, Trey. All right, thank you, Trey. I'm curious to know why she's nowhere around as far as this case is concerned right now. She
Because
doesn't have any recent commentary or
she's gonna
anything.
she's gonna blame me.
Mm,
She's gonna say, "Well, I don't want the clown coming after you because of me." That's
mm,
what she does when I get a hold of it and I start, you know, making the videos about her. She'll
hmm.
back off.
Wow.
She'll
Thank you, E. Bruce, for those links. Can you drop like the Cammy Pooh, Raina, all our peeps? Can you drop those too as well while you got time? And Trey Love too. Trey Love, if you listening or you watch the replay, I'm waiting for you to come back, sweetie. I'm gonna spank Trey Love. And I'm not saying I want her to come back with no rebuttals to no bullshit. I want Trey Love to put some content out because Trey Love is an excellent content creator. And I need her to come out. And, I love when I watch Raina videos and Cammy Poo video. Cammy Poo is in Miami, y'all. She making me mad. I want to be in Miami. Shit. Instead of dealing with the truth and Trey every day. The fuck?
Truth,
Wow.
don't hate the player, hate the
I
game.
know that's right. I can't hate on a child. I'm just a little upset. Baby,
Wow.
she had her little bathing suit on and things and carrying on.
But
Her shades and stuff.
yeah, you about to hate on me in a minute, but we'll talk about
Oh
that.
Lord,
We'll
baby,
talk
I've been
about that
I've been
later.
hating on you since you went to the
Me and
Dubai.
Trey are just chopped liver.
Yeah, I've been hating on you since you went to the Dubai. You ain't
Wait a minute,
noticed?
D True, chopped liver, what?
We're chopped liver. Me
Yes,
and
you.
Trey are just me and Trey are just chopped liver. We're
That is
here.
correct.
We're here
That
because
is the most truthful thing you've said all night that I agree
oh,
with.
really? Wow. Well, I mean, I guess we're just here because no one else is here. Is that what it is? We're the stand-ins.
No, we're gonna stick with the
Not the
chopped
seat,
liver.
not the seat fillers.
Yeah, we're just the seat fillers. We're the Oscar seat fillers right now.
Oh
Y'all,
shit!
y'all the extras.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
the
the
extras.
extra.
Yeah, we're the extras.
Damn.
Wow.
Fun just shot. She just shot you down. You asked for that one.
I
Y'all the
did.
extras. Y'all don't get paid. Y'all just sit
Yeah,
there and
just
smile.
sit there and smile.
That's it. Don't say nothing.
Don't say nothing. Thank you, ebooks. All right, y'all. Let's listen. I had to say that though. I just wonder. She's so passionate right here. Uh,
But
and
that's
so
that's that's the act.
yeah, and that's what I'm getting. That's why I had to. That's why I had to. Child. All right, here we go, y'all.
That means you didn't follow up and do what I asked you to do. Or we didn't get together the way we supposed to. Because I can't fight harder for your case than you can fight for it. But this case has lingered in my spirit. I had a dance contest. I didn't want to do the dance contest only because I was still trying to think about making sure I got to your story before now. And to know, and I do want to be able to go live when you're there because if ain't nobody got nothing to hide, what you say behind closed doors right now, you can say on this mic in front of all our subscribers.
That is correct. That is true.
What I do know is if I hadn't got on this mic, you may have not even known me years ago, even though, whatever, because I was a civil rights activist before I became a I was a civil rights activist before I started dragging Steve Harvey across the internet. I was a civil rights activist because I had to fight for what I believe in. And I knew at that time that I had to fight for my people because some people will get paid off. That's what it looked like right now. You can't pay me off to know that I can stand for something greater. Carlita's name will be said for the rest of the life. And yes, I'm going to send it to Black Lives Matter. Yes, I'm going to send it to NAACP. And yes, before the 25th, I'm going to make as much noise as I can about this woman's death because it should not have gone untouched. You can't finna tell me you're gonna make a new law because you're gonna have to tell me the penal code, when you made it, how you made it, what day you made it, what time you made it, why you made it, who changed it, and it better be governed by Georgia because if it's governed by a county, it's not gonna stay like they're gonna stay. I go for cases, I look for cases where the dirty stuff is because this to me is all dirty. And at this time, this woman has went through so much, you guys. We have to put this story out here. We have to let Carlita name be risen to the top. We have to do justice for her. I don't care. Everybody who's on this mic today, if y'all say y'all love Essie Berry and y'all love Miss Geneva, and you say you want justice for this woman and her daughter, Miss Jackie's daughter, then y'all share this video. I don't care if you share it with a website. I don't care if you share it with the news. I don't care what you share it with.
Welcome back, Raina.
Get this woman's story out before the 25th because we're going to be back on this mic to see whatever's going to go on or whatever day Miss Patsy feel like she wants to talk. And because if she do something and she don't want to talk to you with me on the line, then I know it's going to be some shady things here.
That woman, listen, the detective nor the DA wants to talk to her while you're on the line, ma'am. Hell, they barely want to talk to the family and tell the family anything. They're not finna be talking and you on live playing what they're saying. That's bullshit. And you doing that for you, not for Miss Foley. I'm sorry. She's not. You want that for you and your channel. Period.
Okay, so I just They're out there. Go
I would
ahead.
like to say, Miss Essie, we have a GoFundMe. Let me tell you why we put up a GoFundMe. We put up a GoFundMe for Kalitha to get a lawyer because it seems like everything is about money. I don't.
Be true. Be true.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, there was a GoFundMe up initially for a lawyer.
Yeah, this is the
Can
second
you
one.
please go into the lawyer and the GoFund and all that? GoFundMe. Can you do that for me?
Sure, I have it actually saved. Let me pull it up.
And y'all, let me just say this before he go into this, because there's some discrepancies. I'm not doing this to come for Miss Foley. I'm not doing this to come for anybody. I'm just putting the facts out there as far as this case. I'm not gonna cover this and
Okay,
not put all the facts out there. Okay, go ahead, Dietrich.
okay, it's right here. Justice for Carletha Foley, murdered in Atlanta. My only daughter's murdered. She slept in her bed. I faced many obstacles in obtaining justice. The person that killed my daughter has been released on bond, has not been held accountable. I've reached out to attorneys, detectives, and media. This is the second GoFundMe. The first GoFundMe was put up by someone else, and that was for the funeral and other expenses, and whatever's left over goes to the son for college or whatever. This particular GoFundMe is to get an attorney and to pay for an attorney. And this GoFundMe was made. Let me go to the actual page. There it is right there. Okay. It's the. Okay, so here's the one. The Carletha Foley Memorial Fund raised $23,660.
23,000. Okay.
$23,660.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it could be shared, but it doesn't have the where you can donate. But it did raise $23,000, and it's
So
been
is it still active? You can't donate.
no,
So if you
no,
can't donate, does it mean that
that
is
it's no longer active. Now,
okay?
here's the one that is active. The share button is active, and the donate now button is still active, and the donate button is still active. And this particular one was created on July 26, 2022. And it has $970 in it.
Mm.
And
So the other one was for a lawyer.
no, this one is the one for the lawyer.
So what was the first one for again?
A memorial fund, which was for the funeral, and
Okay.
any other money left over was going to be used either, I guess, for the celebration, their
Okay.
memorial they
Okay.
had for her, and to give to the son so he can go to college.
Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. And so the new one is for the lawyer.
Yes, the new one is for I've reached out to lawyers and media and someone that will aid in helping me access information to fight for justice so my daughter's death isn't swept under the rug. Many of my requests for aid have been returned void. To seek justice, we will be faced with legal and travel fees to be present at each appointment.
Now I get the travel fees, but where does the legal fees come in at? And why would they? Can you explain to us why would she need a lawyer in this case?
Because she believes that she's not getting justice, and many times the victims' families will have lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Crump, there's plenty of civil rights attorneys.
Yeah, because I actually found an old video of Philly Fields where she initially started talking about this case, and she hashtag Al Sharpton.
Mm-hmm. Now, those are civil rights activists. That's different from a civil rights attorney.
So, it being Crump, is he a civil rights attorney or he's an attorney, right?
He's an attorney.
Okay, great. Okay, all right.
And he only practice his practice is in certain states. I think he's in 3 states. I don't know which states he's in, but he can only practice law in 3 states. But you notice he's everywhere.
Yeah, he is. Okay. I just want to get clarification on that just in case somebody, tries to insinuate that. I just like clarification. That's all. All right. So let's listen, y'all. We got like maybe 15 minutes left, and I'm going to try to play as much as I can.
I feel like everything should be about money. If a family isn't distraught and they really need help because they feel like they're not being justified or justice is not coming toward them, if you are a lawyer out there, I am asking y'all to please stop making it always be about money because everybody don't have it and people need help. I also want to say that the mayor, Sylvester Turner, made my daughter May the 11th, Khalifa Foley's Day in Houston, Texas. And we thank God for that. My little cousin Tamanisha, she's a go-getter like me. She never told me what she was doing. I was on my way home, and she said, "Hey, Amy, what you doing?" I said, "Nothing, baby, I'm on my way home." She said, "I got some good news for you." I said, "Well, oh, Tam, what kind of good news you got for me? Because oh my God, I need it. She said, "Well, what you doing?" I said, "I'm driving." She said, "Well, I got Sylvester Turner, the mayor of Houston, to do a proclamation for Khalifa May the 11th in Houston, Texas."
So this right here where they got the proclamation was, I think, it's wonderful. Oh, it's wonderful. But this was before she came in contact with Philly Field, huh?
No, this was after, and the proclamation.
So when Miss Foley did this interview with Miss Essie Berry, she was affiliated with Philly Field.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm just trying
time,
to get a timeline.
Because Philly Phil was feeling some kind of way, and she mentioned Essie Berry, and then I guess people were like, "Well, you're not talking about Carlitha anymore." So she goes, "Well, Miss Essie will be going with Jackie to the meeting with the district attorney," and that was the last thing that Philly Phil really said.
Oh wow. Okay.
Because Khalifa used to always say, "Y'all gonna know my name. Y'all gonna know my name." And when Miss Essie, I pulled over to the side and I just went running down the street.
What?
She has always said, "Y'all gonna know my name. You gonna know who Khalifa Foley is." Say her name.
What Facebook group is that, Miss Daly? Can you send me the link to that, Miss Daly? Can you send that to my email? It's on the screen. I would like to see that. Go into that group. They may not let me in. Shit.
Khalifa Foley. Justice for Khalifa. And justice for Khalifa Foley. My baby. Thank you so much for having me on this show. Thank God for being God, that He told me what to do. Because only with Him, He know how many nights I've been crying out to Him for justice for Khalifa. I would do what He told me, which is to stand strong and move forward. That is why every time I sign anything now, I sign my name. And I say, stand strong, move forward. I know it takes people a while to get up after something has happened to one of their family members. because it took me a while, because I was on my way out of here. Because what I thought about was, my daughter don't know what to do there, so I got to go there and help her. I stopped eating until I went to church, and that apostle that I told you about, Apostle Esther, said to me, God said, what you doing is not going to work. Because if you come there, you're not going to see Khalifa. And you need to leave and go get you something to eat. And I started eating little by little. And he started working on me again with this stand strong, move forward. And that's what I've been doing ever since. I just want to make sure everybody understands. I will not stop until I get justice for my child. Mothers, move forward. Stand strong. Get justice for your children.
I had someone ask Miss Foley that I guess y'all had some t-shirts for sale. Are they still for sale?
Yes. If there's a website, Tamanisha would have to put that up because I'm not. So many things has been going on, like losing Mama in May, and now Tamanisha is basically Tamanisha and Alicia, and of course it's on the Philly Field show also. There's a link there, and I'm just being honest with you, I don't know what it is.
That's fine. They call when we get off. You can call them and tell them to put it at the bottom of this video. So what we'll get them to put the link at the bottom of the video and say it's t-shirt, because that will help money to whatever Miss Foley has to do. I have to say, you guys, this is one of the most touching, heartwarming, emotional interviews. And I don't feel like it was an interview. It was to me like that could have been my niece. That could have been my baby.
It definitely wasn't an interview. It was Miss Foley speaking out. Shout out to Miss Foley, because baby, you did not interview her. You did. You didn't even research.
Like I first time physically looking at this woman. Besides seeing, I guess, the family pictures or whatever, this is my first time seeing her actually on camera. I want to ask you before we go to, who has your grandson right now? Do you have your grandson?
My grandson stays with me.
Okay, so you have him.
He is with me. He is with me, and we're going through those stages of you can't do this and you can't do that, because I'm still meaty.
Yes.
Okay. So whatever I did with your mama, that's the same thing going on with you. I said no.
How many children do you have? You have one daughter. Do you have any sons?
One daughter and one son and one grandson.
Wow. Okay, so your son don't have any children right now.
My son told me years ago that he would have no kids. In fact, there was enough for us because of how much we spent.
Before we go, I'm not sure. I mean, later on, you can look at the comments. If anybody want to address anything, I didn't want this to be an interview because it was more personal to me than just an interview. I want you guys to know that I really don't do interviews. I try to get personal with that person because I want to feel what they feel. I might seem like a shark, but I'm a little punker sometimes. I'm a crybaby at sometimes. It may not feel like that. And for some reason, her spirit resonated with me, you guys. And we're going to get justice for Miss Jacqueline, and we're going to get justice for Carlitha. Because if we don't, this same situation will happen again, and someone will brush it up under the rug. If it's not with Maxwell, then it could be someone else. Don't let you get into the place that you think you can walk around and do what you want to do, and it's okay, because it's not okay. And you can't just tell me anything, and I'm going to believe it. One other question. Did you know that I was going to call you?
I didn't say. I'm sorry.
Did you know I was going to call you?
Yes.
You knew that?
Yes. My God does not lie to me.
Okay.
I will continue to stand strong on the word of God. And when he tells me something, he never lies to me. He tell me he gonna do something and it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
And your
he told me that morning, no, don't email her. You need to talk to her. Yes.
And y'all, and I'm gonna be honest with you, that this whole case has the morning since she talked to me, it has lingered, and I want her to know too that Essie Bear is a person of her word. Because sometimes when I call people, they don't believe it's me on the phone till I say something smart, and they be like, "Okay, that's her." you know. So I want to let you know my people matter to me. What happens to you matter to me. Whatever goes on in life, it matters to me. So I feel like now, no matter what, me and Janique will always be connected to her some kind of way. I hate that my girl couldn't be here today, but she had a function tonight that she's putting together. But her platform is just as good, and I see her in the background, so it's still like she's here. I want to let you know, totally, I'm with you on the 25th.
Thank you so much.
And meet anybody. You just let them know who I am, and we'll go through that later. So I can stand firm with you, and I can stand strong with you, because I do believe in dreams. I do believe that God send people for certain reasons, and it's not just by chance that we've connected like this. You know, and one other thing I want to ask you. You said you are 4 guard, arms. You said, what did you say about
a level 4 officer? I worked in the prison for 8 years. That's why when people say crazy things to me about you sitting up telling me about a gun, I know about a gun. I worked in the prison for 8 years around a whole lot of hardened criminals. Okay, I had to go to gun training every year. So how you gonna tell me something about you didn't know to empty that checkbook before you clean that gun? Who do you think you're talking to?
That part. That part.
Who you talking to?
And laws don't change, you guys. That law that she's talking about, that goes when you train. That's for every officer. It just ain't one state. Certain things go govern about all United States. So that's why she questioned that, because she's an officer herself. And then no wonder you got all that value. What you gonna do? Because you done been there. You gonna do some of the hardest criminals that there are. So this is nothing to her right now. We better put Brother Man in jail. Point blank, period, simple. He got to do some time. Right. Even if he was
you're not gonna put him in jail.
But you know what?
I gotta learn to keep from being pissed off at this point. Huh?
It hasn't been proven that he's been through weapon training.
Yeah, because he only like spoke to the people about the military. He was not actually in the military.
He did not even go through boot camp. That's when you learn all of that.
Yeah.
And then another thing, when she said they swept this case up under the rug. No, they did not.
That wasn't the fact. That wasn't it. That was not it. It's certain
if he
laws.
wasn't arrested and if he wasn't charged, I can probably go with that.
Mm-hmm.
But he was arrested and he was charged. So how was that swept up under the rug?
Mm-hmm.
This is what I can't do.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. I think we got like 5 minutes, y'all. I'm gonna try to play it and get through it right quick.
I used to tell them all the time, Miss S. Used to tell them all the time, go sit down and do your time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hard criminals. 8 years at Texas Department of Criminal Justice. Don't tell me nothing about cleaning no gun. You can't pull that over on me. And I had to let them know that. You cannot pull that on me. That's not going to work for me. What you're telling me is not going to work.
So is the meeting on the 25th with Miss Patsy or the 22nd? When is the actual meeting?
September. We will be there September the 22nd to have a meeting with her. We will leave on the 21st and we will be there on the 22nd to have a meeting with her.
And what time is that meeting?
12.
Y'all, if we could possibly be there, I'm going to be there regardless. She may not want to film, but it doesn't really matter. As long as she has some type of representation.
Was she there? The truth?
No.
So Essie Berry was not at that meeting.
No.
Do we know why?
She never said why, but she'll blame it on me. But she was not at the meeting. Either was Philly Phil, and according to Jackie Foley, some of her family members didn't come either.
Yeah, I remember her being upset about that. Okay.
There, I'd have been on many phone calls and I heard if somebody's getting violated or not. So if this lady do anything strange but that, I know she's going to be behind some other stuff. And I'll still, because that's her choice. She can get a bum off the street if she wants them to hear that, to make sure that her rights are not being violated. Because really at this point, this county has violated her rights. And even with her son, the whole thing, that apartment complex, and really...
How did the county violate her rights at this point? At this point, which was 5 months ago, How was her rights violated?
This is what she does. She
Wow.
she she was actually involved in a case in New York while she was in California, and she wrote the judge a letter stating that the judge was a racist and was withholding information, and that she had. This is after the case. It was 5 years after the case had been there. She said the judge was a racist and he did this, he did that. She's going to get him kicked off the bench. He was withholding evidence, and she has only been involved for a month, and she has uncovered evidence that will exonerate this man.
Mm.
That's what she does. This is what she does. She starts blaming everybody. She starts claiming criminal acts by everyone.
Wow.
And she gets on here, makes a bunch of videos calling people out and calling people by name and saying they did this, this, and this.
Mm. Sad. It's really sad that people put their trust in somebody like this. Just this is my only time to like even hearing her speak, whatever. I've heard you speak about her, but listening to her and her just being reckless with her words, putting stuff out there, not being truthful, not bringing the facts. I wouldn't trust her with my dog. Sorry.
You can sue all of them and then some. But let
You know, on what grounds, Miss Essie? What grounds, though? You need to stop, girl. The truth, start preparing for that interview.
Miss Miss Issa, I just want to bring this to a point because I had to kind of bring this up with them, and then I'm going to have to go because you know the position I'm in.
right.
My grandson was at school and received a call, and senior, 17 years old. These people had my phone number, had my son's phone number. Called my 17-year-old grandson to tell him that this man was standing before the judge. He had to tell his teacher what happened, and she allowed him to run out to go call his uncle. His uncle called Tiffany, Ebony, and they started calling around trying to get on the line to see this young man. He also questioned my grandson without an adult being there before he called me. There were a lot of things that they did that they had no business doing. They apologized. They felt like I just should be okay with it.
But he wasn't under investigation though.
Huh?
He wasn't under investigation for anything, so he didn't really need an adult. And I hate to be that guy, but the man was 17 coming in the house whenever he wanted to.
Not only that, I think at a certain age, I think as far as the law is concerned, you can question. But like you said, like he was not a suspect, I don't think. And why wouldn't they question him if he's the one that found his mother? Why would he need anybody there if he didn't have anything to do? Well, you know what? I ain't gonna even get into that because I don't know the law as far as that. But I wouldn't see why there would be a problem with them questioning him, being as though he had nothing to do with the crime.
If they had already questioned him and they needed clarification, they're going to call him. Should they have asked Jackie Foley before they did? Yes, they should have. But they were only doing due diligence because they
But
didn't.
she's not in town though, so they're she's not in town when the investigation is going on.
But they were probably just calling him to clarify something. You said this. What did you mean? That we
No,
just
but I'm
need
saying
to.
initially she said they contacted him without an adult there. All the adults in his life are in Texas.
No, his father, well, I think is there, and she has two cousins that are there, but they're not her. So someone had to be there that was a legal guardian. They weren't. They're not going to just leave him there. Someone had to be there.
I think he went back. I think after they cleared her apartment, I thought the grandson went back to Texas with her because she said something about she drove his car back.
And it was a phone call. So I'm believing the police called him on his cell phone.
Right. Right.
Because, and that was probably because he was the next of kin to her. I just want to point out this interview is how we met the truth because he talked about this, and then Miss Foley and Philly Phil got upset and started calling me and him names.
Mm.
Shit under her shoe, to be exact.
Mm. 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 All right, y'all. We literally got like 3 minutes. Let's listen.
I don't care, she'll let it go, it'll be over, don't worry about it. Okay, for the last time, I would like to say this one more time. My name is Jacqueline Foley. I am Kalitha Wyatt Foley's mother. I shall stand strong. I shall move forward. I shall get justice for Kalitha. You don't know who you messing with. Covenant child of the Most High.
Period. Period. And with that, you guys, we're going to close this interview. We're going to close this discussion about her truth. This is to tell the truth, that tell her truth about what happened to her daughter. I really want you guys to share this video to many people as you can to get the word out before the 22nd, and then maybe we can find something different to go on. I'm going to do as much as I can. I'm going to put out more videos. I don't care if it's a song to her face or whatever. Again, I thank you for your endeavors. I thank you for your courage. Thank you for standing for justice. And give me your slogan one more time. Put the t-shirts down there. I go by one. Everybody
move forward.
Stand strong, move forward.
God told me to stand strong, move forward.
Stand
justice
strong.
for Kalitha Foley.
Period. Stand strong, move forward. Justice for Kalitha Foley. If you need to get that put down there so we can at least start getting some to try to support this whole thing. And then I just think we're going to have a positive on the 22nd. Hopefully it'll be all positive. And hopefully we'll be able to tune in so we'll know what's going on. I promise you guys that I'll come back. I told you Sunday that we will be back with this. We're here today. God bless you, Miss Foley. You stand strong.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
Give your grandbaby a big old hug for me. Y'all don't call me since just joking. Anytime you need me, you can call me. I am here for you. Anything I can do, stand forward with you and move this forward, I'm going to do that. You have my word on that. Okay?
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Everybody, thank you. Remember to stand strong, move forward.
All right. Give your grandson a kiss for us. God bless you guys. And if you didn't see it, rewind it from the beginning. If you came in late, send it to your friends, family, everybody. Stand strong and move forward. God bless you guys.
All right, so that's it. I do want to say I agree with her slogan. I like her slogan actually. Um, and go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
I just the pronunciation of her name. I keep hearing Carlita. I don't hear
But
the
she,
R.
yeah, when she initially pronounced it, she did say Carlithia, but maybe that's just
Oh,
how something.
Carlithier.
Yeah,
But all I hear, even from the mom, is Carlita.
I know. And the mom is the one that
Come on.
initially
I was
said
going to say
the
fly. I was
mom.
just going to
Oh,
call you fly.
Nicole, perspective just popped up
Like,
on my autoplay. Child, let me cut this autoplay off. Ugh. But yeah, she
So
did
it's
say at the
Carlithier.
yeah, she said Carlithia, but maybe they just they pronounce it. I don't know, girl.
Okay.
I'm just upset. Not upset, but I don't like when people be playing in people's faces in certain situations.
And you know how I feel about that. So
Yeah, I just don't like that. And that's the reason why, if people want to wonder why, I'm gonna do this interview with the truth about this Miss Essie Berry. Girl, you.
yeah, because I've never heard of this woman before
I've
in my
never
life.
heard her either, but I do know when we started, tuning into the truth.
Yeah, when
The
he was
truth.
mention her name, I'm like, okay, that's another YouTuber. I don't be in the streets like that.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I'm like, okay, whatever. But I
yeah.
did not know she was associated with um rerun.
Not rerun. His name is Fred.
I know.
Legally, it's Fred Rerun Barry.
I just know him from on What's Happening.
I loved him on What's Happening. The
Yes,
fuck?
the 1979 sitcom What's Happening, and then
Hmm.
the 1985 remake of What's Happening Now,
I
Hmm.
watched that
Hmm.
one.
Me
and
too.
and then 14 years later, Essie Berry ran into the bum doing a movie in Georgia, and he was still married to somebody else at the time. He divorced his fifth wife 3 months before he married Essie Berry in 1999.
The kid talking about Herb the kid.
Mm.
First of all, what I'm gonna need you to do is not call him the bum. Didn't I just tell you I like rerun? Hi, Miss T.
Right. He even showed up on the Martin show.
Yes, and he was on Scrubs too, but he also did a show right before he died. I want to say 2002, called The Weakest Link. Remember that show?
Yeah, I do. I remember that show.
Yes.
He did
Yep.
the celebrity version of The Weakest Link.
I never saw that one.
Okay, and according to Essie Berry, that show is connected to a $20 million scam.
What?
According to Essie, and Essie got a two-page spread in the Globe.
Oh,
She got a two-page spread in the. I have the two-page spread in the Globe to exhume Rerun's body because he was poisoned and he was killed to cover up a $20 million Bank of America scam.
oh Jesus.
Mm, mm, mm.
Rerun was worth at his highest $1 million,
Mm.
and he spent that on women, drugs, airplanes, horses, and everything else.
Oh wow. Y'all put a one in the chat if y'all ready for that interview from Detroit.
And and,
One
and,
one 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 one
and
one
you know
one
what?
one one one
Here,
one
but
one one
but
one 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 one
okay,
one one.
you remember that show Where Are They Now, or no,
Yes. Yes.
unsung. I'm sorry, unsung.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
unsung. I know that
Yes.
one too.
So they were doing an interview with the cast of uh, What's Happening,
Okay.
and she demanded that she be on it,
Okay.
Mm-mm.
and
But
I got it. I'll play it. I
she
got the
wasn't
unsung.
part of the show though.
No, but according to her, she's writing a book on the life of Rerun.
Oh.
She was married to him for 4 years. They only lived together for 1 year as
What?
as man
Wait,
and wife.
wait a minute, D
So
True.
how the hell
See,
you gonna write
I'm
this
not
book?
gonna play with you.
I have the proof. I have the proof, and she is mad as shit. She doesn't. She makes videos and doesn't remember, and I get the videos. She okay. She got married in 1999. We're gonna do a prequel to the interview, and then
Okay, go ahead.
I'll
Gotcha.
get into all that.
Let's go.
It
We got what? 15 minutes.
Yeah. So
No, no,
she
no. We got
7 minutes.
7 minutes. Let's go.
I'll make it really quick. 1999, they meet. He's still married. He divorces his fifth wife. He marries her in October of 1999. In 2000, he makes a deal with the Soul Circus to be an act in the Soul Circus. So he's traveling with the Soul Circus. Late 2000, he sues the Soul Circus, saying that they cheated him and they were using his rerun likeness and weren't paying him. So he sued the Soul Circus for, I believe it's $12 million. And that case got thrown out. The Soul Circus won that case. He sued them from Virginia. Essie Berry was living in California. So that's 2000. He's not at home. He's traveling with the Soul Circus, and now he's in Virginia. And that's in 2000s when he started doing the advertisements for the adult living, which had like a golf course. So he was doing this advertising for them in Virginia. He also did the Weakest Link and said his hometown was in Virginia. Essie Berry was in California.
Okay.
So I have an interview with Fred Rerun Berry in I want to say July of 2002. And in the interview, he says, and I quote, "I'm separated from my sixth wife. I won't say her name. I won't say her name because she's been getting fame off my name since we got married."
Oh, God. Hey, Tanya.
This is an interview with People magazine. July 1st, 2001, there's a picture of him and his fiancee at a New Year's Eve get together. And in the picture, it says, "Me and Freddie, 2001 New Year's Eve." There's an interview after his death with People magazine where they're talking to the fiancee. And in the interview, it says she should be planning a wedding, but instead she's planning a funeral.
And how did he die? I forgot.
He okay, so he dies in bed. Okay, he had a stroke in 2002.
Okay.
His fiance takes care of him. They live together. And basically, she's taking care of him from the stroke. So that later that year, he dies from complications of a stroke.
Okay, now I kind of remember. Okay.
Yeah. That's sad.
So, but I have all the pictures of him and his fiance. I have the articles. Wait, let me go to that hard drive. I have a 2 gig hard drive just for Essie Berry, and it's labeled my E drive.
And y'all listen, that interview is coming, but I'm gonna be very detailed with that interview. So that means that I'm gonna play. Well, I'm gonna have those photos to show. Because I like, even though I don't play people's like visual content, because people have mad days and stuff. But as far as photos and stuff, I'm gonna try to get that from the truth, so I can at least give y'all some visuals and stuff. But I really want this interview just because, this woman rubs me the wrong damn way. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, baby. But yeah, it's coming,
Yeah,
y'all.
because I got questions. So.
I know. I know that right for me too. Hell,
I got questions.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Yeah, we gonna get off.
So here's rerun. Her name was Ruby Blackwell. New Year's Eve 2001. Rerun Fred Berry and myself. Rest in peace, dear. I will always love you.
Wow.
And then I have
for her to be the wife on record, even though he had
Yeah,
a fiance. She was the wife on record, but you say she didn't find out he was dead to when?
until it ran on the TV.
So she found out when we found out.
Exactly. And they had already started his funeral was finished, and she said it.
Hmm.
It says, I've been married 6 times to 4 women. He married his first 2 wives twice. He's separated from his 6th wife, who he won't name. She's been trying to get her 15 minutes of fame from me, off my name and my career ever since we got married.
He didn't even want to mention her name as his wife.
He says, I don't want to give her that pleasure.
Oh.
That was a quote from People magazine. Where are they now? And
Oh,
they interviewed
wow.
him, and I want to say this interview is 2002.
Wow. That's correct. E Bruce, if you're still in here, let me see what mod I got in here. Y'all drop the Truth's link. Drop Trey, because we about to go over there. Trey is about to do a premiere, which probably already started on his channel. We about to go over there. Thank y'all so much for sticking in here with me. Thank you, Trey. Thank you, The Truth. Absolutely. Thank you, Beautiful Fun, for hitting the link. Thank you, Jamila, for hitting the link earlier. Come correct the heathens and things.
And you
Mm-hmm.
don't need to thank her. She came up disrupting shit.
Oh,
Hey,
okay. All right. Oh,
hey, Fawn, is Betty Boot wearing a slip?
Ooh.
You leave my fun alone.
Hey,
oh.
True. Hey, True.
I
Love you.
I'm just
love you too,
asking.
Fun. Thank you, Fun.
And she left. All right,
Thank you, Fun.
I'm gonna drop the mic too.
All right, I see y'all. Thank y'all so much for joining. I appreciate it. Thank y'all so much for sitting in on this 4-hour live. I appreciate it so much. I really do. I'm gonna leave with a tribute to the beautiful Carlita. Carlita was a beautiful young woman. She was motivated. She was talented, and she is gone too soon. And I do want people to know that this is why I'm doing this. In remembrance of her, because I do want facts out there. I feel a way about the people that I feel like are gaslighting her mom, and whether or not her mom rocks with me or not, I am part of that club that she's in, and I don't like it. I just don't. So with that being said, I'm gonna shout it out to the rooftops. I'm gonna talk about it, and it is what it is. I love y'all. Thank y'all for supporting. Shout out to the True Sipper. Shout out to my fabulous moderators. Thank you, eBooks, for those links. I know, right, Miss Carla? And thank you to my monetary contributors. I appreciate y'all. I got some cash outs, but I'm on my other device, and I can't go in it right now. So thank y'all so much. I appreciate it. I will be thanking y'all later. I'm gonna leave with another tribute to Carlita. We're gonna get out of here. I'll see y'all over in State Game. If not, I'll see y'all tomorrow. I will be back tomorrow. Thank you, Raina. Thank you, baby. Later, Jamila. Later. See y'all later. I love y'all, family. Thank y'all for supporting me. You know, it means a lot. It really, really does that y'all like this positive commentary. You feel me? It is what it is. All right. With that being said, we're gonna get out of here. Y'all be safe, be blessed, never stressed. Okay, and I will see y'all later. All right, here we go. I don't know why I don't have volume. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Y'all don't leave me yet. I'm trying to. I don't know why I don't have volume on my sound. Let's see. All my devices want to echo up today. It's okay though. No volume. Oh, there we go. Living without you, 'cause you were my sister, my strength, and my bride. Only God may know why. Still